Happy New Year.
Hey, welcome guys. Oh, hold on. I have a loop.
And a Happy New Year.
Sorry about that. I thought I unchecked the loop button, but then somehow it reset to loop the music. Anyways, welcome. Now you can hear that twice in your ears. But yeah, welcome to Tier Ranker Fight. This is episode number 83 as far as tier rankers go. We haven't done a tier ranker for a little bit. We've kind of been focusing more on tournament fights. So we figured it's about time to get back to tier ranker fights. And this is our Christmas episode. So it'll be a fun one. So we kind of got up in our festive gear. You can kind of see I got my stockings hung, my Yoda and my Darth Vader back there, my stocking. So I am ready for this. So let's go ahead and introduce. Oh, and by the way, I'm your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson. But by my screen name, you can probably judge maybe a movie that I'm going to fight for, characters from that maybe. But you'll see. So I'll start with my co-host Austin Pez. How's it going?
Hello. No, I've got something similar to you. Mine says, I'm going the wrong way because I'm mirrored. But you can't really see it. It says, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal." It's my home
nice
beanie. and then I know it's not a movie, but I have a Happy Festivus T-shirt.
So, oh, nice. Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Maybe by the end we'll all decorate the Festivus pole and talk about our feats of strength. You know?
And we'll air our grievances with each other.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we also have joining us Chris Scott, the Casablanca Kid.
What's up, guys? You can only guess who, of course, I'm rooting for. Sure. But I got some easy ones before that I've talked about among my favorite ones. So, guys, I'm excited to be here for this episode. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to talking Christmas movies. As you guys know, I freaking love Christmas. So, yeah.
Yes. Totally.
And just for you, Chris, I'm going to drink my drink tonight out of a Festus little penguin mug here that I got. 'Cause I know you're a big fan of penguins, so
I'm drinking Pepsi out of a gigantic mug.
Well, I'm staying with the red and blue theme. I'm drinking Code Red. Does that count?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
yeah, sure, yeah. But we also have joining us Miss Marvelous Marie Wilson. How's it going,
Marie?
Hello.
It's good. I'm excited to be here. This is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have anything that's
it'd be a good
movie
time
or TV related, but I do want to show off. Where is it? There it is. My grumpy cat.
That is great.
Ooh, nice.
I like your Christmas earrings too. Those are awesome.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Jordan, just to let you know, if you can hear this, you're on about a 3-second delay. Just to let you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's fine. But last but not least, we have Mr. Malcolm Lay. How's it going?
Hey.
It's going good. My computer decided to freeze up on me and update. I don't really have anything festive except a nebula and a festive sweater.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. And I started to do this live on camera, but I can't find the. But Malcolm, I can't find the link to the tier ranker for whatever reason. Do you have that? Like that you can send to me real quick, or you can even run it if you wanted to. But you're saying if your computer's freezing, so I'm happy to run it.
His computer's frozen. Yeah.
So I had it here, and then I was like, where did it go? It's here anymore. I was all ready to.
There'll be somewhere in the far back in the chat. Some.
Yeah, we had it in the chat, right?
Yeah, I did put it in the chat earlier.
Okay.
That dog is really happy.
Seconds, guys.
You gotta scroll back past my garbage day name. That's where it's
at.
I
got it here. So
right above that.
Yeah. Yeah, the garbage day from Silent Night, Deadly Night. Part 2.
Oh, such a great movie. Why did I get that movie? Movie's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still need to get and the third
so
one.
I have it
bad.
here. I'm just getting.
I really
want
to get part 1, 2, and 3. I know they sell them on
share it.
Scream Factory. I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah, the Scream Factory thing. Yeah, I have some DVDs from when they were out of print that I bought at a horror convention via Shady Methods.
Yeah, I saw them on Amazon, and they have 1,
Nice.
2, and 3 on there.
Yeah.
3 is obviously crappy. 2 is a little better, and 1's the best.
Sorry, Jordan's on a delay, so I'm trying to tell him he's on a 3-second delay.
Yeah.
And now he's freezing up.
Completely frozen.
Yeah. Jordan, if you can hear me, just pull up the tier ranker and I'll explain how it works to everybody while you're doing that, because you're on a
Bear
delay.
with me, everyone. I have next. Can you guys hear me any better now, or am I still on a delay for you?
You're still on delay.
Still on a tad bit of delay.
Is the OBS and stuff running in the background? Is my question for you.
Yeah.
I know that stuff delays stuff really slowly.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I think you're better now. Can you hear us?
Marie is usually a little smoother.
Yeah. Can you hear me? I have no idea what's happening. No idea.
How many fingers am I holding up?
This has never happened on a stream. 3? Is that right?
Yeah. 5? Yeah. Are you good now?
So well, that loaded up. That's why. So sorry, guys. We're here. So Austin, go ahead and explain how it's going to work.
Yeah.
Sorry about all that.
I was just going to do that when you were freezing up. I was going to kind of explain how it works. So
yeah,
that's fine. Tier ranker fights is a little bit different from tournament fights. So what we have is a list of potential nominees for the topic down below. Malcolm's been kind enough to make some nice graphics, and he's got little pictures with everybody's names on them. A bunch of characters from different Christmas movies. We've already done the Christmas movie tier ranker. We did that last year. So if you guys want to go back into the archives of the Movie Hero Network, we had a really great show last year with Alonzo Duralde. I wanted to plug his book again because he was so nice to come on our show. Have yourself a movie, Little Christmas. So make sure you pick that up on Amazon. Support him because he supported us. So support him. When he came on there, William Bibiani was on there, Matt Atchity. We had a lot of really great people on that show. And by the end of the show, we had a completely different panel. Mark Everett Hoyk, the movie geek, was on the show. So we had a whole different group of people by the end of the thing because they had to leave. But it was a really fun show. Go check that out. We also did a tournament fight, so it was complete anarchy of Christmas movies last year. That was a lot of fun. Go back and watch that. But for tonight, instead of the actual movies, we've got the characters. So we've got about 85 different potential characters you can nominate. So what will happen is we'll go around the horn. We'll start with Malcolm on the bottom. We'll rotate every time. So he'll have a chance to pick out a character or characters. Some of them come in pairs, as you'll see, maybe from a potential nominee. And he'll say what tier he thinks they should be. So our tiers are S, A, B, C, D, F, like in school. S for superior. Those are the best of the best of the best. The ones that we'll be nominating up there, we'll be looking for a top 10 in the S tier, and then we'll have 3 honorable mentions from the A tier. And what will happen is once Malcolm nominates something, we'll go up to Marie and to Chris and to me and to Jordan, and then everybody will agree or disagree. Where would you put them on the tier? And we'll kind of come to a consensus, and I'll keep track of the votes, and we'll see what we have basically by the end of the show. So that's how it works. We get as many as we can within about 2 hours. We do about 2 hours, then we kind of wrap it up. We have a Hail Mary round where you can throw out some last minute ones if you want to try to get them up in that S tier, and then we'll kind of figure out our top 10 from there. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So and Malcolm was kind enough to make these really cool looking graphics. Really digging all the backgrounds and everything. So put a little work into it. It should be fun. So we'll just have to kind of help each other find all the characters when we pick them, because they're kind of not so much in alphabetical order, but that's fine.
Well, luckily Malcolm put the actual movie title on there too.
Recognize. So
that'll help. We can find the movie and then kind of find the character from there. So that'll be a little faster. So that'll be good. But that'll be a lot of fun. So
and then also too, like I don't know if you mentioned it, but we have one, like, if you don't think that the character comes from a Christmas movie, you can throw it there. Or if you haven't seen it, we have to have at least 3 people that have seen the actual movie that the character's from for it to count, or we got to throw it in the haven't seen it category. So we got that too. So, but we always start at the bottom of the ladder. So, Malcolm, you'll be up first. So, what character you want to nominate?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for one of my like personal favorite Christmas movies, Love Actually, and I'm gonna go for Rufus, the character that's played by Rowan Atkinson.
Ooh, okay. Let's see if if anyone sees him here.
Yeah, we'll scroll down to Love Actually.
I know there's.
I see Emmett Thompson
right here.
Yeah, keep going. There you go. There he is.
Yeah.
All right.
Like Rufus is just one of those characters. Like, he's not in a lot, and there's a big fanfare about that. He's actually an angel, which is sort of guiding everyone sort of through all these stories. Because I think there's a lot more they wanted to do with the character. And it's just one of those ones, like, especially in the whole scene with Alan Rickman's character in the jewelry store, where it's like you're going to need all these wrapping things. This is all part of the gift wrapping thing. It's just one of those entertaining scenes that I think is really well done. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, Marie, what do you think of Rufus? Is that his name? Rufus?
Yeah, Rufus. Rowan Atkinson in Love Actually.
So I've seen this movie, but I can't remember this character. So I guess that falls with I haven't seen it, maybe, because I really don't remember this character.
Well, he only shows up for like a couple of minutes, just in like one scene, but he's pretty memorable.
It's like 2 scenes. He's like in the store, and then he shows up at the end, I think, kind of like for like a second.
Oh yeah,
at the airport or something. Yeah, like
okay.
But no, that's fair enough, though. Yeah, you can say that if you don't remember him. So, Chris, what do you think?
I like Love Actually, but I mean, so I guess we're going based off of characters. So we're not going based off of movies. But his character was good. I don't think he was quite like he's no like Kevin. He's no Snoopy. He's no if we're going just purely by Christmas characters, I'd maybe put him in maybe a B tier.
Yeah. So like, and like, just to give everyone a little bit of context too, just because you rank a character low doesn't mean that it's a bad character or we don't necessarily like the character. We just have so many we got to compare them to, because in the end we got to have only 10 in the S tier. We only allow 10 in the S tier. So yeah, but Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, it's one of those things where like even Love Actually, the movie, I would put kind of in an A or B tier. I think it's a pretty good movie. I just feel kind of miserable at the end of it because half the characters don't end up very well. I mean, Rowan Atkinson does have some good scenes. I'm a big Mr. Bean fan, so I do like him. But as far as like, do I immediately think of him when I think of the movie, or even him when I think of great Christmas characters? Not really. But he's a fun little character in that movie, and he's definitely a scene stealer. I would probably go for B tier as well, for me.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, for me, like as far as Love Actually characters go, personally, I actually really like this character. I think that he adds a lot of good humor to it, a lot of more like my style of humor too, because I'm a big Rowan Atkinson fan, so he's probably like, as far as the movie goes, maybe top 2 or even 3 in the movie for me, because even though he only shows up for a little bit, I think that a little bit's pretty memorable, and like it's one of the scenes when I think about Love Actually that I always think about, like that scene where he's like trying to come up with all this gift wrap, and he's annoying the hell out of Alan Rickman's character because he's in a hurry. He doesn't have time to wait for all of that. So yeah.
Trying to make him think twice about the thing he's getting and think about his wife instead of the other chick. So the theory about him being sort of a guardian angel thing kind of tracks with some of the stuff he does in the movie.
Yeah. So I think I'll say A for his character, I think. So.
Okay. Well,
So, yes,
we've got a S, a A, and two B's, so probably like high A. Was
Yeah,
where
yeah.
let's end up. So
Leave it in the A for now.
all right.
We'll see where it lands by the end of it. But Marie, you're up. So you got a character you want to nominate?
Yes, I would like to nominate Fred Claus
Fred Claus.
Ooh,
All right.
all right. So if anyone sees him, I
because
know.
let's see.
Oh, is it here? Is that him? Yep. Yep, that's him. Okay, cool.
So I love how he's so just straight up. He's like, he tells it like it is. And he has such a compassionate heart when he keeps telling Santa Claus, look, kids go through crap. And just because they do bad things doesn't mean they're bad kids. And I love how he just keeps harping on that until Santa Claus is finally like, wait a second, you're right. And I love that it just kind of changes Santa's mind completely. Plus, Vince Vaughn is just amazing. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Chris, what do you think? Fred Claus.
I actually gotta agree. I think that Vince Vaughn's character Fred Claus really kind of steals the show in this movie. Because obviously there's the idea of the bad kids and then there's the good kids. Well, his character comes in and kind of says, "Well, hey, everything is not quite so black and white here," and he just he makes it a lot of fun to watch. Otherwise, I honestly feel, Giamatti would be great on his own, but Vince Vaughn's character really adds an extra umph to this movie, or gravitas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
S tier for sure.
Yeah, and Malcolm just said he's switching over to his laptop, so he'll be right back. But
Finish
Austin,
the update.
what do you think?
It's been, man, I need to go back and rewatch this movie. I've only seen it once, and I'm kind of way due for a rewatch. I think it's on HBO. I need to rewatch it this year. I remember like the character being kind of better than the movie, or Fred Claus being stuck in kind of a different movie for me personally. But he is good in the movie. He's doing his Vince Vaughn thing, which to me, it's kind of like you just dropped another Vince Vaughn character from another movie, insert Vince Vaughn character into said Christmas movie. So, much like I know he's in another Christmas movie, Four Christmases, but it's almost like if you just dropped one of those characters into there. So, it's a good character. I'll go A tier. A tier for Fred Claus.
Yeah. For me, I'm actually a pretty big fan of this character because we are talking characters here, and for the overall movie, I think that it's fine. Like if we were ranking Christmas movies, it might be more like a C movie or a B or something. But for the character though, I actually really like Vince Vaughn, and especially in this character, kind of like Marie said, like it kind of has a good message about saying like just because a kid's makes some mistakes, like nobody's perfect, and it's more about their heart and that type of thing. And I think that it's fun seeing him just be a real guy and just like being this kind of imperfect guy that gets in trouble in the beginning. You kind of see him scamming people and like doing like a fake like Salvation Army thing and steals the thing of coins and all that. And then you see his heart kind of soften because he goes and meets Santa Claus, which is played awesome by Paul Giamatti. Like he's his brother in the movie. So yeah, I'm gonna say S tier for Fred Claus.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Fred Claus is the movie is fine. I mean, when it comes to Vince Vaughn characters in general, I really don't connect with Fred Claus at all. But I mean, I don't think he's a bad character, so I'm going to go B.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are the votes now?
We have 3 S's, an A, and a B. So as of right now, the 3 S votes kind of skirted in there. It might be near the lower tier of S at the end of the night when all's said and done. We'll have to see if anything kind of breaks through those 3 and gets 4 or 5. But for right now, we'll leave it up there and see what happens. So yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, yeah, you got one in. Awesome. So,
there you go. Chris.
Chris, who do you want to nominate?
Oh, so I'm gonna just jump the gun. I'm gonna go ahead and vote for Snoopy from, of course, the Peanuts Christmas movie. I knew he was on this list.
Now Snoopy
He
on
had
here,
initially
I don't even know if he is or
Snoopy
not.
and Charlie Brown.
Okay. Well, if anyone sees him, then I'm gonna keep scrolling until anyone sees
Well, at least
him.
I saw him on the initial list. Did he get booted?
I mean, he's definitely there. Because
For some reason, I don't remember them on the.
I remember making him.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown is up
I
there.
see it. I see it. Charlie Brown.
Okay.
There's got to be. Maybe it's only Charlie.
No, I definitely put Snoopy in here.
No, he's here. Yeah. We'll find it. Let me go through it one more time. No, it's here. Well, maybe he's near the bottom. I don't see him. I don't know. That's just me. So
I'm not
you
seeing
can go
Here he is.
Charlie Brown if you want. But
He's
Oh.
beside Snowman.
Oh, right, no, he's
here
right
he
there.
goes. Yeah.
So I'm gonna absolutely go with Snoopy because at the end of the day, I think that he kind of is the glue that kind of holds everything together, as far as that movie goes, and kind of holds the whole gang together. So at the end of the day, I think that Snoopy is the one that sort of saves that holiday. So that's an easy S tier for me.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you think about Snoopy?
It's been a minute since I watched the Christmas Charlie Brown special all the way through. I watched the SNL one way more, the parody made more than I watched the actual one. You're a Rat Master, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
With Bill Hader.
Rat Master.
You know what? I'll throw Chris a bone. S tier, sure.
Thank you.
That's fine.
Yeah. I don't expect everyone to vote S just because I'm voting it.
I'll throw you a bone, and hopefully you'll throw me a bone for my first pick. We'll see.
Well, dude, I think I know what your first pick's going to be, so it's an easy bone, okay?
Yeah. Well, we got Matt giving some early.
Oh, absolutely, George Bailey, dude.
We'll see what offense, but yeah, but yeah, for me, I think that Snoopy is a great character. I absolutely love all the Peanuts and the Peanuts gang and everything. But the thing is, though, I don't think that Snoopy is exclusively a Christmas character, because you got a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, you got a Halloween one, you got ones where they're just running around and doing all kinds of things, and now you have Snoopy in space, and so I feel like
doesn't matter if he's good at the Christmas movie
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
that's what matters.
Still, at the same time, though, I just kind of think that he's good in it, but he's also not exclusively a Christmas character. So for me, that's got to bump it down one notch, I think, to A. So I'm still going to give it A. That's still fairly high.
Character I might nominate later. It's not exclusively a Christmas character either, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, it's like it would have been one thing if he would have just done only holiday things, but there are just like a Peanuts and a Charlie Brown series, and so it's like it's not all Christmas. So yeah, I gotta say A. But Malcolm.
I mean, first off, out of all the Peanuts characters, Snoopy, I would consider Snoopy a Christmas character because he's the only one in the Peanuts gang that has a Christmas carol named about him. So,
yes. The Red Baron.
Yeah.
But that being said, unfortunately, when it comes to the Peanuts Christmas specials, they don't air in New Zealand at all. So I've never seen this. It's probably on Apple TV Plus, which I now have account, so I'm probably going to go watch it at some stage.
Buy this for you, Malcolm, and just send it to you. That's what I need to do. Okay,
it is on YouTube, so I mean you can go watch it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think that like even here they had like a big thing, like article that they're not showing any of the the Charlie Brown specials on network TV, but that's a product of just streaming services. You can go stream it anywhere. So I mean, well, not anywhere, but you can stream it you can find it streaming somewhere. But Maria, what do you think for Snoopy?
My mom would say S. But I think I will go with A. Yeah.
Sounds fair.
All right. So that's 2 S's, 2 A's. We usually need at least 3 S's to get it up into the S tier. So I think it's going to be on the
So it's
border
probably
right now.
at the top of it.
Hey, I'm okay. It's at the top of
But
it.
it could get bumped if nothing else gets that many. So we'll see.
Or
what happens
honorable
by the end of the
mention,
show.
at least.
It could be an honorable mention. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Right now it'd be a
So-
2 and 2.
Well, we'll go to Austin and.
All right, so I'm going to go with my favorite horror character, and if you can predict it based on my name, Ricky Caldwell from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, played brilliantly by Eric Freeman, is one of my favorite Christmas movie characters of all time. Eric Freeman
I can find it.
gives it's probably near the bottom or something. So
Yeah.
You
So I
think
think
it's
most
gonna,
of
it's literally the garbage day thing right next to Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
Yeah. Above Paul Giamatti.
Above the other Fred Claus, above Paul Giamatti.
Right.
Yep, right there.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. So
no. And where did he go? Oh yeah. There we go. He just disappeared. Yeah.
Don't you hurt my Ricky. So Ricky is for those of you who may not know, he's the little brother of the character in the first movie, and he's recalling events he wasn't a part of, which is amazing. He's recalling things that he saw as a baby, which is amazing, and he's recalling all this stuff to a psychiatrist throughout the film before he goes on his eventual psychotic rampage near the end of the movie for about 15 minutes, and it's the greatest 15 minutes you'll ever see in a movie. It's where the garbage day meme comes from, because he's just going around with a gun shooting people. As one guy takes his garbage out and shoots him, he's shooting at random cars, people just stepping out of the thing. But it's him giving maybe the most brilliantly over-the-top, amazing performance you've ever seen. Completely unique, and he's fully the Christmas spirit by the end of the movie, dressing up as Santa like his dear older brother and going after Mother Superior. It's a wonderful, wonderful character that you will never forget once you've seen the movie, and I think it's easily my favorite horror movie character. I mean, damn it, we need some horror movies representation on this list. So I'm nominating Ricky from Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2.
Well, this one's interesting for me because there's a lot of things to think about, because I've only seen this movie once, but I had a really fun time with it, and I I don't know, like when I think Christmas though, like horror doesn't really come to mind. You want to be happy, you want to be with family and stuff, but at the same time though, like he's a great character and it's fun, and like there's nothing saying that you can't add a little horror into Christmas. It's just different strokes for different folks. There's different things that people like. Some people are really into horror, some people aren't. So like it just depends. I'm kind of one of those that are right in the middle at Christmas time. Like I'll watch a good Christmas horror movie, but it's not like I'm rushing out to watch them. So probably I'll give it an A. I'll put it at the top of A, I think. So. But it's a fun movie. If you haven't seen it and you're up for a Christmas horror movie, go check out Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. I think Part 2 is better than Part 1. So,
well, Part 2 has the greatest hits from Part 1, and you get Eric Freeman as Ricky. It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
yeah. So, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like when it comes to Christmas movies, like it doesn't matter what genre it is. Like if it's set around Christmas and it counts. Like it's one of those ones. Like, well, it may not be something you'll be necessarily into. I don't think it matters. And after seeing Matt's comments, I really wish I'd put Murtaugh Rose from Lethal Weapon on this, but I've completely forgot.
Oh yeah.
But
there you go.
But yeah,
he's not.
Oh my god.
Sad.
But with that being said, I saw the first 2 Silent Nights for the first time a few weeks ago when we did Christmas Horror, and like he's a great character.
and it's one of those ones that I think he really works. And so I'm happy to say Ricky for S tier.
Yeah,
Talking about.
sounds good.
Come on, Murray.
Well, Marie, have you seen Silent Night, Deadly
Seen
Night
it?
Part 2?
I'm not a horror person.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Oh,
the only horror movies I watch are the Scream movies.
Mm.
So
Uh,
but y'all make him sound very intriguing. So maybe I should go check it out.
Mhm.
and I think they're
Yeah.
on Tubi, if I recall, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is free.
Totally.
yeah. But the good thing about Christmas horror movies, you can watch them at Halloween time, or you can watch them at Christmas.
Mhm.
You can celebrate either one. So that's fun. but Chris, what do you think?
So these movies, I was very late to. I think I watched them last year, kind of when I was starting to do more of the horror movies we're talking about, and these movies surprised the hell out of me. And yeah, I agree. Number one blew me away, and number two was insane. In the end, was just great. Like that character is just absolutely awesome, and I loved at the end that he. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but that he gets the revenge. The revenge
Yeah.
is so perfect.
Naughty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So absolutely S tier. It's
Yeah.
it stuck with me.
It's a
but
great revenge movie. Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Let's go.
So I
So-
appreciate it, man. You give me an S tier. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
your S tier, man.
Yes.
Well, that one has 3 S's, so it'll be
Yes,
in
and an
the-
A.
yeah. It'll be
Let's
right
go,
around
Ricky.
where it's at, maybe even above Fred Claus. I can't remember what Fred Claus.
Fred Claus had three S's, an A, and a B.
So it's above
Well,
Fred Claus.
maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, we can kind of play around
Yeah.
with it then. They're pretty close because we had one that hadn't seen it, but yeah. So, well, it's my turn now, and I mean, come on, like I got to go for the obvious pick first. We'll just get it out of the way. I wore the ugly sweater. You got to go with Kevin McAllister for S tier. I mean, he's the greatest Christmas character of all time, in my opinion. I just think that he's just so much fun and entertaining. Like, what a great child actor in Macaulay Culkin. Let's see if I can find. I see Buzz there, but I'm trying to see if I can see Kevin. See Harry and Mar. Oh, there he is. Okay, cool. Yeah, and he's so much fun to watch. Like I think Macaulay Culkin's a national treasure. I wish he would do more movies, or even like as an adult Macaulay Culkin. I would still watch all his movies, and yeah, that like just him taking on these two bullies. I mean, I don't know how many kids at that age would actually do the kind of things he did and be smart enough. Only in a movie, I kind of feel like. I mean, you never know. There's some smart kids out there, but yeah, like and the movie's so quotable too. So yeah, like Buzz, I'm in your room. I'm going through all your private stuff. You better come out and pound me. Like, it's a movie that I've seen more than any other movie. I could quote everything. I'm just gonna leave it at one quote, but yeah. And then you have a sequel too that's almost as great. I prefer the first one probably just a tad more, but not by much. The second one's pretty great as well. So yeah, Kevin McAllister. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I hope you can hear me, but
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, I like Kevin. I know I've had hot takes. I've got hot takes when it comes to the Home Alone movies. But as a character, I don't think he's the number one Christmas character of all time. But he definitely still belongs in the S tier. So yeah, S tier.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Marie, what do you think?
Yeah. I just saw the second one recently and I was impressed. I was like, well dang, that's pretty good. So and he's such a great character. He's so intelligent and creative and a little engineer, and I just think it's super cool. So and I love how he goes from being like, yeah, tough guy, I don't want to be with my parents, to being like, this really kind of sucks. So yeah, definitely S tier.
Yeah, and Matt's commenting that the chat next year and tell me Rocky isn't here either. Well, I mean, I think if Christmas happens in one of the Rocky movies, I can't remember which one.
Rocky IV.
But yeah.
But it's like
I don't know if that
incidental.
makes
To,
sense.
it's like incidental to the plot of that movie. So,
Yeah. but I don't really know what this AVGN Home Alone game is.
The Angry
Yes.
Video Game Nerds episode.
It's so good.
So yeah. So Jordan, have you heard of the Angry Video Game Nerd? You ever seen his videos? No.
Oh yeah.
So there was one where he was doing the Home Alone games for like the Super Nintendo and stuff like that, and he gets a ring in the doorbell, and it's like a pizza delivery guy, but it's Macaulay Culkin, and then he sits down and starts playing the games with him, and then he finally gets him to admit that he's actually Macaulay Culkin because he won't admit it, and then the whole episode is with him. In the episode, so he got Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Games.
I actually remember seeing that. Now that I think about it, I didn't recognize the abbreviation. Yeah.
And then Macaulay Culkin's also been in a lot of the Red Letter Media episodes. He's been on a couple of the Christmas episodes.
Oh yeah.
Christmas horror movies and stuff. So yeah, you can go check that out.
Yeah, one of the best things is in the Jim Gaffigan show that they had short lived on I think it was what's the like classic like TV channel, but anyways,
Turner?
the one that shows old
TV Land or whatever.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So like Macaulay Culkin would just show up randomly. They'd be in like a coffee shop and they walk out and be like, "Hey, was that Macaulay Culkin?" And it always was, but like he's like, "Where's Waldo?" in the background. He would always pop up. It was just kind of fun. Yeah, but Chris, what do you think?
Oh, I have a Home Alone's amazing. And Kevin McAllister's character is incredible. One of the things that I missed before I really appreciated John Hughes is all the music and how the music really develops the characters and how like you said went from really sort of very timid to kind of like rises up to kind of this badass to all of a sudden like being scared because he needs his parents is phenomenal. But yeah, Kevin McAllister's character is incredible. Absolutely an S tier character. Sorry, I had to John Hughes geek out a little bit there.
Well, it's one of the few Christmas movies that actually has video games like after the Christmas movies. So they're not many other and like any others I can think of. Maybe there is, but I can't think of them. So, but Austin.
I think Kevin's the journey he goes through, kind of that kid thing of just wanting to be by yourself to realizing, how much family means to you and the fact that he loves Christmas, in the second one where they're talking about going down to Florida and he's just like, how can you have Christmas without a Christmas tree, Mom? It's like, I lived in Florida. There was Christmas trees around. People grew them. I mean, we had a Christmas tree. It's not like they just don't exist. But yeah, like I get what he's saying. There's no snow or anything. But he digs it. He's even, just by himself decorating, the Christmas tree and stuff. And I dig that. And, but he's definitely in my top 10, but I would actually put two other characters from that movie higher than him on my favorite characters from the movie, just to preview something that might come up later. But I'll still go S tier for Kevin, sure.
Yeah, so he's the highest so far. So
far,
go right there for now. But
Nice.
But yeah, it's one of the most fun movies to quote. Like, I don't want to sleep in the bed with Fuller. He'll pee all over me. So yeah, there's a lot of those classics. Like,
did you see the bits that's come out recently where people have spotted a hidden detail in Home Alone movie? Apparently, if in one of the scenes, if you go look in the garbage, you see a ticket stub with Kevin's name on it. With people speculating that someone threw it out because they just didn't want Kevin to go there to his place.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I just saw in my YouTube feed a bunch of bloopers from Home Alone, so that's on my watch list. I haven't seen the bloopers, but I've seen the deleted scenes. There are some deleted scenes you can find out there.
Well, I thought that thing where they throw out his boarding pass was accidental because he was trying to wipe up the milk with the napkins and he accidentally throws the boarding pass in the thing, and he says later the next day that he put them in the microwave to dry them off, so it just accidentally got
Yep. 7, 14. I always like do that count every time that there's like some family gathering. Like, let's count everyone. 7, 14. But
anyway, I believe it's on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to go far because I'm going to go for and this one's just for JPO. I'm going to go for Bernard from the Santa Claus. Literally top
Ooh,
row,
yeah,
literally
great.
right at the top there.
Mm-hmm.
But look, while everyone sort of goes towards
Pretty
like
crumbles.
Tim Allen and all the other ones, like for me, I think Bernard is the more intriguing character. Like, he's just great. Like, especially how he does his job and all of that. And like I think he's the one that keeps Santa on the straight and narrow and sort of keeps him out of trouble. As I mean, spoilers for the TV series if you haven't seen it. Like he's the one that kind of convinces Tim Allen that he needs to go back and save the North Pole after Cal Penn's it's kind of
So
yeah,
Stop.
Stop.
Stop. I've not watched that yet.
yeah, you do.
Not a big spoiler, but
Oh yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, anyone knew it was going to be in it, but
Well, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that, but still.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. What do you do with your life? How haven't you seen it yet? I'm just
I
kidding.
got movie. I got
No, but
800 movies I got to watch for 2022 to catch up on the 2023.
yeah.
So I'm working on it.
But sorry, yes, he's a elemental
Yeah.
character. Sorry.
Yeah. But Maria, what do you think about Bernard?
I love Bernard. I think he's fantastic. And he was actually one of the ones I wrote down to mention. So I'm going S.
Ooh. All right. Well, Chris, what do you think? You guys
I
high on
think-
the rest of us.
Gosh, I think Bernard is elemental to this movie because, as you said, like even like in the first couple of Santa Claus movies, as Tim Allen kind of navigates, his character navigates being Santa Claus. I think that Bernard sort of keeps him sort of headed toward that direction of what it's like and what it really means to be Santa. So I think he's an elemental character in that. So he's absolutely S tier.
Ooh, all right. Well, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd go S tier for Bernard too. I love David Krumholtz as Bernard. He's awesome, and he kind of steals that first movie for me. I think he's really good in the second movie. He's the voice of reason that doesn't want old dude to make all that. The other Santa, the like robotic
Yes.
Santa in that one. He's like, no, this is a bad idea. Go do what you got to do. I can handle this up here. Relax. Like you don't need to make another Santa. That's stupid. I can supervise. I've been supervising for 1,000 years. Like don't stop this. Like he's kind of the level-headed dude, but you can tell he's got a good heart, and but yeah, he steals everything. From that movie, and he's great in all of his scenes. Yeah, I think he's one of the best characters of that movie. Yeah, even above, I think, Scott Calvin. So yeah, I go S tier.
Yeah, so the more that I'm looking at the list, like when you guys are talking, I've been going through the list we have in our group chat here to kind of get a refresher, and yeah, like I'm actually noticing a lot of characters that I would rank S. I think that like by the end of this, the S might actually end up being stacked. Like I don't know, we'll see. But so yeah, because I'm like going through like S. Oh shoot, I have too many S's. So but yeah, I think Bernard is absolutely an S. I mean, I probably have personally put Tim Allen over him, but I mean he's the next best character in that movie. So yeah, it's an S tier. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that one goes right up next
He's right up there with Kevin.
to Kevin McAllister. So yeah, but we are back to Marie. Who you want to nominate?
I am going to go with one of the people that I mentioned after I saw the original list, because they are from my absolute favorite Christmas movie of all time, The Year Without a Santa Claus, Heat Miser.
Ooh. Okay. Is it
Right?
this one?
Yeah, right there.
I think it's that
Yep.
one, right there. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to separate
Sounds good.
Snow Miser
So-
and Heat Miser, but I love how they interact with each other. I love how when they like, oh, you have to make it snow in Southtown. And Heat Miser's just like, what? And it's so like, I love all those movies, but The Year Without a Santa Claus and the Miser Brothers are fantastic. And the way they're so meek with their Mother Nature, is just precious. Because they're so like, what's the word? They're just very like loud and big, and then with their mother they're so different, and I love that.
Yep. Yeah, sounds good. And Austin, I've just gone through my list. I think I know who you might say is not exclusively a Christmas character. I just came across it, but anyways, Chris, what do you say?
This is tough for me because, like, I remember loving these movies very fondly as a kid, but then, like, I have since gone back and watched periodic watches, and I had a member of my family who was obsessed with these movies, and I've since gone back and watched them, and I don't have an affinity for them as much as I did when I was a kid. Like, they're kind of a little bit painfully slow. I don't know, and it's like. But I like the character. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like it's not like I'd be like it's the worst character in the world, but I would not put it in S tier for that reason. So I'm sorry, but I'd have to put it in probably an A tier.
Yeah, that's still pretty high. So Austin, what do you think?
This Year Without a Santa Claus special, I think that's one of the ones I haven't seen. I haven't seen it.
It's so good.
When y'all were talking about heat misers, I was like, I don't know what a heat miser is.
They have a song. It's an amazing song.
Yeah. Sorry, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Tier. Sorry for me.
So now, The Year Without a Santa Claus, is that still considered Rankin Bass? That's part of all
yes,
that, right?
it is
Okay.
Rankin Bass.
Okay, yeah, because I have seen it. And actually, The Year Without a Santa Claus might be the best one of like all of them. They're like, it's really fun, and
Yeah.
and like for me, like it's up there with like Rudolph. I think those two kind of are my two personal favorites, and yeah, they're really great characters. It's just hard though, because just judging based on other characters we have on the list, like I got to be a little picky. I don't want to be too picky, so I'll say A, I think. So yeah, but Malcolm.
Yeah. Just like what I said, the Peanuts Christmas specials, like the Rankin Bass specials, like never cross my. If they were played in New Zealand, they weren't the channels I was watching.
Yeah,
I've never seen any of them. I've seen a couple of them just through like not legal ways is how I word it. But yeah, so I
What's
just
your
haven't
mom
seen it.
and okay? So stupid question for you, real quick. So your mom and dad never showed you these or anything? Was this just not?
I mean, we never really watch TV on Christmas. Like,
Okay,
it's just one of those. Like,
okay.
Well, a
So
lot
I
of
was just curious.
the specials are more of an American thing. He's saying in New Zealand
Yeah.
they didn't.
Okay,
play
well,
this,
that's
like
what
they
I'm
did all
wondering.
that kind of stuff.
That's what I
Yeah.
was wondering.
You know?
Yeah, that's what my question was. Okay.
Well, then what are the votes at? We only have 3, so it's enough.
Yeah, well, 3 votes. It's a S and 2 A's, so it'll be in the A tier for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. Sounds good. Chris, you're up again. So what do you want to go for?
So I'm gonna have to go with George Bailey. Absolutely an
Ooh,
S tier
all right.
character.
So if anyone finds it, is it no? That's Clarence. I know he's here. If anyone notices him.
Jimmy Stewart.
Mr. Potter.
James Stewart right there.
Got all the other
Right next
characters.
to Gremlins. Nope, right next to Gremlins.
go up.
Go up.
Is that lower?
Up.
Up. Up more?
Up
Up
more.
here?
Yeah, it's beside Gizmo,
no one-
so you have to move up, scroll up.
What are you doing?
Oh, okay. Okay. There we go. I'm like, why am I not seeing it? Because it's not visible right there. Okay. Wait, where did it just go? Just disappeared somewhere.
No, right next to Gremlins. It didn't disappear.
That's weird.
You went past it again.
Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. So what Who said? Yeah. yeah.
So I was gonna
Disappeared from
say,
my view.
so this movie
So,
is
what do you say, Chris?
It-
About Jacob?
I probably seen this movie easily 100 times. It was my dad's favorite movie for Christmas. But over the years, like I've just grown to appreciate this character so much, and his growth and his transformation throughout this film is just incredible. He just goes on such a huge character arc, and so for that reason, George Bailey is absolutely an S tier character because they have that iconic line from the movie, "When a bell rings, an angel gets his wings." Just one among many in that movie, but yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of iconic lines. Yep. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, he's absolutely an S tier, and Jimmy Stewart's performance is one of the great sort of Christmas movie performances ever, and his thing about growing to appreciate what he has and how loved he is overall, and just that great reveal. That it's one of the best last 10 minutes of a movie you'll ever see. Really a great last act, but that last 10 minutes when everybody comes together is great. And Chris, the movie looks great on 4K, baby.
I need it on 4K, buddy.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, so I got a Casablanca on 4K for my birthday.
There you go.
Oh, nice. There you go. Finally got it. Sweet.
Yes.
Well, for me, this one's tough because, like, as far as an overall movie, like, it's an absolute S tier. But like, the more that I think about it, and I can't remember who it was that brought this to my attention. It was I think it was someone from the Schmodown that we've had on our show, but I can't remember who. But like how much Christmas actually happens in It's a Wonderful Life? Like
a lot.
Like the majority
I
of
was
the
thinking
movie.
the same thing.
Yeah, like Christmas doesn't happen to the very end when they're decorating their tree, but the rest of the time he's just trying to like help people at the bank. He's trying to go against Mr. Potter. It's a love story.
Yeah.
It's a romance. It's like all these different things. But is it really like have that much to do with Christmas other than
it's
like a
on
scene or two?
Christmas?
I mean,
it's on Christmas that he literally throws himself into the river.
Is it on Christmas? Like,
yes.
Like, I don't know if it actually is on Christmas. I mean, I guess so.
It's on Christmas.
But
he's going to kill himself, and then he gets an angel comes to save him. Yeah,
but the movie
overall
is amazing.
But they're full of shit. I'm sorry.
That
person needs to be disowned from everything.
We don't really make it known. Like if you're seeing it for the first time and you have no context, like you wait till the end, you're like, oh, now Christmas is a thing. Okay, but
it doesn't matter because Alonso Duralde, page 202, has a whole chapter damn near about It's a Wonderful Life. And he's the expert, and he wrote the book on it. So your opinion is moot.
Yep, your opinion dies. Goodbye.
William split on it, but you know what? I'll still give it an S. But because of that, though, it may affect my overall ranking of it on the S when all is said and done. But it'll be an S still. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's George freaking Bailey. That's still a great movie. So, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, as Matt points out on the chat, like the whole movie takes place on Christmas Eve. Like the story is being told as a flashback to Clarence.
Yes.
You know what the whole thing is? Yeah, can you see the little star at the end? And they're like talking back and forth. Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those ones like it's interesting because like It's Wonderful Life is this classic, but back when it was first released, it is actually considered a box office flop. It did not do well at the box office, but that was partly because like it was initially released on December 20th, then it got wide release in January where people weren't really caring about Christmas movies. So I mean, it's
interesting.
But
yet it's become kind of a cult classic now, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, no, I would argue that you could argue that it is because of that. But yeah, George Bailey is easily an S tier character. Like he is like the number one Christmas character for me. So yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Maria, what do you think?
So I know this is crazy, but I just recently saw this movie. And I do find George Bailey incredibly relatable. The whole like, well, man, I guess everybody would be better off without me. Like, been there, So I totally relatable character. I love how he realizes at the end that everyone does care for him. And I feel like the movie itself is a little unbalanced because the angel comes in so late in the movie, but that's the movie. So the character, and he his range of emotions is all over the place. So I love that. That's really great. So yeah, S tier.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's another unanimous one, so it's going to be up here with those ones. So
Mhm.
so yeah, but we're back to Austin. So what do you want to nominate?
Ernest P. Worrell. Ernest Saves
Yeah, that's the one
Christmas.
that I was thinking of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now if we can find it now, if anyone's
It's
seen
over on the
it.
left. He's hanging on the tree right there on the left side.
Oh
Can't miss it.
yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
hmm So
Yep.
anybody, yeah, anybody who knows me knows that I'm a massive Ernest fan. Like I've cosplayed as Ernest at several conventions. I love him to death, and I just think Jim Varney is such an underrated just actor. I think he throws himself into this character 100%. In this movie in particular, his character is so genuine. He's this grown ass man who still believes in Santa Claus. He believes in the Christmas spirit. You know, the magic of Christmas. He meets the guy who plays Santa in the movie. I think his name's like Donald something. But he believes him. The guy tells him it's Santa. He believes him.
Yeah.
He's with him. Right with him, trying to help him with his problem, trying to transfer his powers. He's doing everything in his power to help. Essentially save Christmas. To the point where he's literally driving the sleigh. At the end of the movie and helping out the elves. He's a wonderful character. He's so heartfelt and so genuine. And I think Jim Varney is just so underrated. Just even as an actor, he throws everything he can into this character every time he plays him, and I think he's great. So I'll probably be alone on it, but I love Ernest to pieces. I think he's S tier. And Jordan is frozen again.
He is.
So we'll jump to Malcolm just for now. We'll come back to
Yeah. So yeah, like
he's back. All right. Jordan.
yeah. No, like if I disappear, it's only for a second while that tab is loading or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah. So like I was a little like different about Snoopy, but the thing is, like I kind of grew up with Snoopy, but like even more so, I grew up with Ernest. I watched all the movies all the time, and even though he's not exclusively a Christmas character, the very first Ernest I ever saw was Ernest Saves Christmas. That was the first one. That's how I was introduced to the character, and like it may be kind of contradicted to my previous argument, but so what? I just have more of a connection to Ernest, and I think
You're good.
Ernest
I just gotta eat
gets
crap.
yeah, just works. I mean, yeah, and yeah, I think I gotta go with S tier for Ernest because he's a grown man, but he's basically like a child at the same time, but he's more of a child at heart, So yeah, with the spirit of Christmas. So I'll give it or say S tier. Yeah.
Malcolm.
So Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do a crossover move, Ernest and Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
that would have been a really interesting. But yeah, when Jordan initially sent me the list of all the characters in this, Ernest was one of those ones I did question about. Is he specifically a Christmas character? Because, well, yes, this movie is a Christmas movie. I'm not even trying to debate that. But for me, it's just one of those characters that didn't originate in a Christmas movie. I like the character of Ernest, I really do, but I'm going to put it in A for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Marie, what do you think?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go A as well.
Ooh, okay. That's fair. Chris, what do you think?
So I love the Ernest movies so much, and Jim Varney is so good at playing them. And knowing what I do now about like his military service and how talented of a singer he is and everything too, kind of like elevates him. Yes, I know he's in a wide mix of stuff, but I love Ernest so much. I think he just sort of finds like that character finds joy in like the little things, and that's what I love so much about it. Is that I feel like so many people are just consumed with just like, oh, I gotta go to work. Oh, I gotta do this. There's no time for fun. Yeah, there's time for fun. I don't care how old you get. And I think that's what Ernest sort of makes us remember. So absolutely Ernest is an S tier. Sorry, I went on a big Jim Varney rant.
No, you're fine. Yeah. So, but yeah, like, and I posted on my my Facebook. You can find it, but a clip surfaced of Jim Varney with Robin Williams, just going back and forth, and like it's really good stuff. Just like he has like almost like a similar comedic style, which is like pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Jim Varney was a genius.
Yeah.
Well, like just seeing two comedy legends that have passed away together like that is a pretty.
Yeah,
cool
we have a vinyl record of Jim Varney singing.
Oh, cool! Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what are the votes on? We got a couple A's and
3 S's and 2 A's, so it'll still hang in there near the bottom where it is right now, probably. So
yeah.
Cool. All right.
Sounds good. Well, I think before we get too far into this, I want to go with a bit of an unconventional pick that I think still deserves S tier because I personally like this is more of a personal one. I just love this character so much, but like I don't know if anyone's gonna really agree with me. But I want to go with Aunt Bethany from A Christmas Story, just because, like for me, like she's so much fun to. Yeah, she's so much fun to quote. Like when she like shows up, like the little old lady, like that. From it, that's like, is your house on 5 o'clock? Is this the?
You mean, you said a Christmas.
You mean
Christmas
vacation? You mean Christmas vacation?
Yeah,
you just passed Aunt Bethany and.
You said a Christmas Story, which that was why I was confused. I was like, "There's
no
no
Aunt
Bethany
Christmas Story." Oh, I didn't realize I said.
Yeah,
that.
you did
Sorry.
say Christmas
Sorry,
Story, but I know what you're making with.
Sorry, that's my bad. I meant to say Christmas vacation, but yeah. Right here, is that it? Yeah. So
yeah, I did a combo.
like,
Aunt Bethany and
like you just is kind of just like. Okay, nice. Well, we can talk about them both because Uncle Lewis is a great character too. I like Aunt Bethany better, but even Uncle Lewis has the quotes like, "Gee, Clark, you're not doing anything productive. Go get my stogie," and he burns down the whole Christmas tree. But I mean, I think for Aunt Bethany though, yeah, like it's just so funny to just hear her just kind of just walk around, just kind of like senile old lady, like when you say Grace, Aunt Bethany, and he's like, Grace, she passed away 40 years ago, and like she's like doing the national anthem at the end of the movie. And a lot of people don't know that the actress, I forget what the actress's actual name is, but she was the original voice of Betty Boop too, which is pretty cool that they brought her back.
That's cool
to do that too. Yeah, so it's a pretty iconic voice actor too. So yeah, so I think that I wanted to do it early on because I know she probably wouldn't hold a candle in like the Hail Mary round or anything, but I'll see what you guys think for S tier because she just cracks me up. She's might be the most quotable character in the movie for me. So yeah, but Malcolm, what do you think?
The actress's name is Mae Crystal.
Yeah,
but yeah, I love Christmas Vacation. I really do. I don't remember Aunt Bethany and Uncle Lewis at all. So I'm gonna have to say to go C tier.
Well, she's the one that wrapped up her damn cat in a box, and like he's like shaking it, like there's a cat in there too, and then she has like she has more than the line that like, is Rusty still in the Navy? This house is bigger than your old one, but it's literally the only house I've ever had. Yeah, but Marie, what do you think?
The same as Malcolm. The only two characters, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. The only two characters that stand out to me in my memory are Clark Griswold and Cousin Eddie. And so I do not remember Aunt Bethany.
No, that's fair. Chris?
I mean, I love A Christmas Vacation. I actually just saw it last year at the Northgate Cinema. I got to see it in theaters. It was freaking
Nice.
incredible.
I see
Another
it every year
another
in theaters.
John Hughes movie. Like,
Yeah.
wow. Just an incredible movie. But God, it's hard. I mean, I love yeah, you know what? I think that Aunt Bethany and Uncle Lewis are essential to the movie for sure. So I would have to
Yeah.
go S, but I would probably put another character from that movie probably a little higher than that, but definitely still S tier for them too.
Yeah, I would agree. Like Aunt Bethany is a big chunk of the humor, and then Uncle Lewis is the big part that like sends Clark into descend into madness.
Yeah.
So by burning down the tree. So
Yes.
but Austin, what do you think?
I'm in the Malcolm camp. Like I like Christmas Vacation. I don't love Christmas Vacation as much as a lot of people do. But like if I was to nominate anybody for that movie, yeah, there's two other characters I would put way above Aunt Bethany and Uncle Lewis. Like not even in the same universe. Like I don't. I barely remember them. I know them because they're like character actors, but they show up, they say a few lines. I think you could probably take them out of the movie, honestly, and it wouldn't affect the movie that much.
Yes, it would.
Like, I don't think there's so many characters by the time you get to the
think
end
it
of that movie that it's just like it gets a little overcrowded. I'm in the C tier category as well, kind of like Malcolm.
Yeah, well, like one of the reasons why I kind of relate to it too, because I grew up taking care of my great grandma, and like in the end she got a little senile, and so like everyone eventually at some point has that senile old lady or old man, like at their Christmas party, just kind of sitting there smiling, just happy to be there, but they're confused and like have no idea what's even happening, or like very little idea. So yeah, but as far as votes go, what
did Marie vote, or did you just kind of go with the I don't see category?
You didn't choose a choice.
I don't
Yeah.
remember the character, so I don't know where you would want me to put my vote.
Well, you can say
If
haven't
I've seen
it.
the
I mean,
movie but don't remember the character, clearly that means it would be on a lower tier for me.
Yeah.
So I
just say that it counts as haven't seen if you don't remember like anything about it. I don't know.
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah. All right, so with that, it's 2 S's and 2 C's.
2 S's and 2 C's.
Yeah.
So maybe like a low A.
Low A or high B.
High B, probably.
Yeah.
Well, 2 S's and 2 C's. I mean, split the difference. I mean, it could go either way, but I mean, we'll leave it in right there for now since we don't have any other B's. But it might be the first one to get bumped down. But we're back to Malcolm. So what do you got? I'm gonna go for it.
Yep, I'm doing this pick purely for Matt. I promised him I'll do this one. And it helps that I love the movie too. I'm going for Santa Claus, specifically Kurt Russell from Christmas Chronicles. Look, I really love the Christmas Chronicles. I think all most of the Santa Clauses are all down in the same area.
I saw it earlier.
Right there next to Muppet Christmas Carol, Albert Scrooge.
Yeah. Anyone who for them looks like
underneath Alec Baldwin.
Rise of the Guardians.
I'm not seeing it up.
Right under Rise of the Guardians.
Above Patrick Stewart, if that helps.
Seeing Guardians, I don't know.
Down.
I don't know. Is it in the middle? Is it in the left or the right?
Left.
Oh,
right
there.
Right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I know the movie only just came out like about 4 or so years ago, but I think the character of the Santa Claus in this, especially played by Kurt Russell, it's one of those casting choices which I didn't know what to make of it when it happened, but it just really works in the movie. And just to hear Santa Claus just singing Elvis is just one of those delights I didn't expect to enjoy a lot. But yeah, I think this is an easily S tier character.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Marie, what do you think?
I was surprised by how much I enjoyed that movie. And I thought that Santa Claus was just so like normal and Like he got the big like police situation and like all that kind of stuff, and then he's like rocking out in jail and like all this crazy stuff, and it's wonderful. And I definitely think S tier for that Santa Claus.
Yeah, and Matt says he's fun and one of the few Santas who
Yes.
could throw fists if needed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you think?
I remember watching this movie once, and it was all right at the time. I mean, Kurt Russell's great, but I didn't think it is like the greatest Christmas movie ever. I haven't watched it again. That says anything. So, I mean, maybe. God, this is hard because it's Kurt freaking Russell. I love Kurt Russell. But
Yep.
has Santa Claus? No, I don't buy it. Maybe C for me.
Oh, okay. Austin, what do you think?
What is Marie vote again? I'm sorry, I got distracted by something on my screen.
S.
S. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten around to these movies yet. I'm sorry. I should. Kurt Russell as Santa. I should have been all over that, but I haven't watched them yet.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I haven't gotten around to these movies. I'm a big Christmas movie guy. Like, I absolutely love Christmas movies. Like I used to watch a Christmas movie every day of December leading up to Christmas, but now since I have a YouTube channel and I got to watch movies for like umpteen different shows that we have, I've kind of fallen out of that so much. So yeah, I really should watch them too, because yeah, Kurt Russell's Santa sounds pretty cool. I haven't seen it yet, so can't vote. So, but we got 3 votes.
So 2 S's and a C. It's kind of similar to.
So it might be in the A somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might even be just above her, but I'll put it right there. Yeah. But so we're back to Marie. So you want to nominate
Buddy the Elf. Because Will Ferrell is amazing.
I'm sorry in advance,
and for
Marie.
that too. Sorry. On the camera. Got my Buddy the Elf shirt. My son of a nut.
Oh,
so
nice.
Let's go.
I just love how.
Now we got to find him on here.
Oh, he's right there. Oh, you don't see where I'm pointing. Next to White.
He's right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah, there.
He's right at the top. He's in the top few rows anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, go up.
He's right next to Buzz.
Oh yeah. There
he's above Charlie Calvin.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay,
so I just love how he's like,
all right,
Santa,
so
I know him. And like, just there's so many quotable, ridiculous things in that movie. And they're mostly because of him. And I just love how childlike he is.
Yeah.
And he has no clue, like, that he grew up in a weird situation. He's just completely clueless. And I think it's adorable.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, Chris, what do you think?
So I love this movie, but I was very late to loving this movie. I think the first time I saw it, I watched it, I didn't get it. But then I watched it, and it blew me away. Like, I loved it. And I especially loved it after watching the Netflix episode they did about this from movies that made us. Like, that was just mind-blowing how this movie was almost not made at all. All the things that basically stood in the way of making Elf a movie. If you have not seen it, it's incredible. Absolutely S-tier movie for Elf.
Yeah.
Well, for Buddy the Elf.
Oscar,
Sorry.
no, you're not
Characters.
Yeah,
I know you hate Buddy.
You're not a huge fan.
I'm not a fan of Elf. I don't like Elf. I think he's annoying as shit. I just want to punch him in the face. The only stuff I like about that movie is the stuff they shot sort of guerrilla style, like in New York, the fish out of water stuff, like when he's just running around, the city or whatever, they shot from a distance. But yeah, I don't like this character. I just want to hit him. I think I like James Caan in that movie, but that's about it. Peter Dinklage a little bit, but yeah, I gotta go D tier for Buddy. I don't like Buddy.
D. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Harsh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh well. it's all right. We can't all be a fan of everything. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, for me, like this movie, just so quotable. Like I used to even have a voicemail on my phone when you would call it. It'd say, "Hi, buddy the elf. What's your favorite color?" so that was fun, and there's so many like just fun lines. Like, I'm sorry I ruined your lives and crammed 11 cookies into the VCR. Yeah, or like you get the cotton-headed ninny muggins. You get or congratulations, you've done it. World's best cup of coffee. Right? Like, who's don't want to say that in a coffee shop? So yeah, but yeah, Buddy the Elf, I think is an amazing character, and like I don't know the whole story. I feel like a lot of it's improv. That like he just came up with like so many amazing and hilarious lines, and it's a great Jon Favreau movie. I think
Yes.
like outside of our group of movie lovers here on the internet here, a lot of people maybe don't realize that it was directed by Jon Favreau.
And
So
that was
yeah,
before he had really done anything big feature films like this as well.
yeah, right, yeah. Like this one of
Like
the
it
like, biggest
was,
ones that kind of put him on the map.
it did. Before that, Jon Favreau definitely did not do really anything.
Yeah. Like he was just acting in a few movies, but yeah. So and like I also love Bob Newhart in the movie as Papa Elf. Like speaking of like Buddy the Elf, I think those two work really well together. Like it's just fun seeing him sit on his lap, and he's this tiny little guy. So yeah, I got to go with S tier. Yeah, for Buddy the Elf. So Malcolm.
If it was up to me, I would have not put Elf in this. I hate the movie Elf.
What?
Oh my god.
Everyone except Austin lives on a throne of lies.
Yeah.
Look,
You said on a throne
and
of lies,
it's
Malcolm.
mostly because of the title character of Buddy. I really wish I'd put the better Bullfield Christmas movie character from his World of Spirit did on here.
Oh yeah.
I
haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, I'm actually going to go lower than Austin. I'm actually going to go F for Buddy.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
No.
That's sad.
Ah.
It was a very polarizing movie. We got some 3 S's and a D and an F. Huh? So.
Yeah. So even 3 S's can't save it when you have a D and an F weighing it down that hard. But
I think it's got to go to like
3 S's. It's
probably.
going to
B.
be. Yeah, I think it's going to be our first B movie. Yeah.
That sounds about right. Unfortunately, yeah. But well, we'll go over to Chris. You got another pick?
I do. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go with let's see. Let's go with Bruce Willis's character from Die Hard.
Oh, John McClane.
All right. Anyone?
John McClane.
Oh, here he is. Yep. Right there. Yeah. All right.
So John McClane is absolutely S tier level. And those people that say this movie is not a Christmas movie are insane. From the very beginning, when he gets picked up in the car, they're rocking out the Christmas music in the car as they're heading to the building. The whole movie is set up as a Christmas movie. It is at that time. And there are so many amazing parts and different things that go on during this movie, and sort of how Bruce Willis's character, John McClane doesn't really want to rise up and be this hero, but he realizes that unless he does, they're all going to be in trouble from these terrorists. So absolutely John McClane, S tier level character for sure.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Chris, I literally have a T-shirt I just didn't wear it tonight. This is Die Hard's my favorite Christmas movie. So,
I got a Christmas sweater that I got the last year that has that on there.
No, John McClane's awesome. He's the man, and it's the best Christmas movie. So yeah, I'll go S tier for John McClane. Of course I will.
Yeah, come out to the coast. We'll get together. We'll have a few laughs. Come on. That John McClane is great. He's iconic, and this is absolutely a Christmas movie, even more than some of the other movies on the list. I think it's more of a Christmas movie than Miracle on 34th Street, if you ask me. But
Miracle 34th
I do
Street
think that
literally
maybe
has Santa Claus in it. That's really weird to say, actually.
Or sorry, no, sorry. I misspoke. I meant to say It's a Wonderful Life. I'm sorry. I was thinking the other old
What?
classic
No,
movie.
you
Sorry.
shut your dirty mouth.
Sorry, That's a Wonderful Life. Yeah. No, like Miracle on 34th Street is the epitome of a Christmas movie. It might be the most Christmassy on here, but I think Die Hard's more than It's a Wonderful Life, just because the whole movie takes place on Christmas. They're at a Christmas party. They're like Chris said, they're like jamming out to the Christmas music like right from the beginning, and yeah, like it may not have, like, if you're just seeing like some like random scenes out of nowhere, out of context, you may not think it's a Christmas movie, but if you see the whole thing from beginning to end, then you'll know it's a Christmas movie. John McClane is awesome, so yeah, it's got to be S tier for John McClane.
All right,
Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I fully believe Die Hard as a Christmas movie. It's one of those ones, like, I will always defend this when it comes to that, but on the other side, I can see other points of view for why it's not, because you could take the plot of Die Hard and put it in a different holiday, and it still is pretty much the same movie essentially.
But they don't. That's the thing. They don't.
Yeah,
it's not.
Well, that's my point, though. I can see the argument for the people who don't think it's a Christmas movie, because, like, you can take the plot of that, change the setting to something else, and it can still work if it can be for a different party in that tower. So, but regardless, this is not a debate on is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not. I do think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. There's actually a different character on here I'd probably put higher than John McClane personally. So I would say A for John McClane.
Yeah. Well, still
My
pretty high.
beating heart.
Well, not as bad as what they did to Elf. So, Marie.
Goodbye, Snoopy.
John McClane is amazing, and I absolutely would say S tier. Like, just such a well-rounded character too. So I would definitely say S.
Yeah. Well, sounds like it's unanimous. So it's going to be up there with the
4 S's and an A.
Oh, okay. Well, still pretty high. Yeah, that's right. I forgot Malcolm said A. Yeah. 4 S's. So, but still about right there. But yeah. So we're back to Austin. So
I should probably look at the list and think about this. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with my favorite. Okay. Oh, here. No, I got one. I'm gonna go with my favorite, Ebenezer Scrooge. I'm gonna go with the Muppet Christmas Carol's Michael Caine as Ebenezer Scrooge, who I think is the greatest one.
Ooh,
to ever do it. So wherever the Michael Caine one is on here. Yeah.
I think all the Scrooges are around the same point.
You gotta be here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all the Scrooges. Let's see. Probably getting warmer.
Right beside Violent Night.
I see another.
Right beside Violent Night and Fred Claus. The same row as the Fred Claus thing.
Here. Wait, that one?
Nope.
No. Yeah.
It's the row above.
That's the right one, right?
On the other.
No, it's
a
not.
different.
No, it's not.
That's Patrick Stewart.
How are you
Same
not
row as
seeing?
Fred Claus.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see it now. Okay. It's there. Okay. So, what do you say about? Oh.
So Michael Caine in this movie, he went into this movie where. Yeah. Sorry. Give Jordan a second. He lost it. All right. There you go.
No, it's all good. My computer's wigging out on me.
Okay. So yeah, Michael Caine took what could have been a throwaway thing in kind of a silly Muppet movie and decided he was going to try to win an Oscar for this movie. And he's taking it so seriously.
Yeah.
But it works so well because why it works so well is he's in this world amongst these, he's literally in an office with Kermit, with the rats, that work with him, whatever. But he's playing it like completely straight, and that's what makes it so great. Is he's playing it 100% serious. He has just that perfect, he is British, so he's bringing that sort of British nature to it. He's playing it completely seriously, but he's such a great actor that when he has that turn, you absolutely believe it. And there's a lot of great actors who have played Scrooge. The George C. Scott one is great. Patrick Stewart is great. But I don't think anybody's ever had the sort of big time gravitas and presence that Michael Caine brings to this role. And not only is it one of the best Christmas Carol movies, but I think he's the best Scrooge to ever put to the screen. So yeah, I'm going to nominate Michael Caine.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like we got to get in the S tier one, like probably the best Scrooge and the best Santa Claus, since we have multiple on here, and I feel like Michael Caine's hands down the best Scrooge we've ever had. Like I think he even blows out at people like George C. Scott and Patrick Stewart like out of the water. Like honestly, I mean I think that like he's just so good and yeah, just like acting opposite Muppets. But I think that for me, like the Muppets Christmas Carol is the definitive Christmas Carol for me. It's the one that I grew up with. It's my favorite, and
I listen to that soundtrack every year.
Yep. Same here. Yeah, it's great music. It's great acting. It's just like fun all the way around. So yeah, like it's one that I definitely watch every single Christmas. So yeah, I'll say S tier. Yep. All right. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I like Michael Caine in A Christmas Carol. Like for me, it's that's not the number one Christmas Carol adaptation for me. But that being said, I do like it. But I'm saying bar humbug, this version of Scrooge being an S, so I'm going to say A.
Okay. Well,
Scrooge.
Yeah, right. Well, I forgot to mention too on when it was my turn. Now that we have him in the S tier potentially, I'm not going to put any other Scrooge in the S tier. It might go as high as A, but I won't. So just a warning if anyone wants to go for another Scrooge. The highest I'll go is A for anything else, for any other Scrooge. But Marie, what do you think?
If we're comparing relative Scrooges, because I have a Scrooge on here that I really like that's not technically Scrooge, I'm gonna go A.
Okay, sure, yeah, that's fair. Chris, what do you think?
Absolutely S tier for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we got 3 S's and an A, so
3 S's and 2 A's. Yeah,
Okay,
3 S's and 2 A's. So it'll hang again for a little bit. Some of these might get bumped if we get more overwhelming S tiers, though. So we'll have to see.
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
Well, so it's my turn, and I think for my next one, I want to go with we already have our Ebenezer Scrooge up there for me. I mean, some of you guys may have one that you might want to nominate too, but for me, that's done for me. So now we got to go with a Santa Claus, and of course you got to go with the one that the movie is actually named after. You got to go with Tim Allen and the Santa Claus. For me, like he's the quintessential Santa Claus from every or out of any other Santa Claus out there. He's the one that I grew up with. Like the reason why they keep bringing him back over and over and over again, because he does such a great job, and like it really like puts a magical feeling for kids. I mean, even for me, still as an adult, he's a lot of fun, and he also brings really great humor too. So yeah, I think I got to go with Santa Claus, and also seeing the whole journey of how he becomes Santa Claus too is a good time. So I got to go with Tim Allen and Santa Claus. So Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I do like the Santa Claus series, and I do like Tim Allen as the Santa Claus, but for me, he's not the best Santa Claus that's on this list by far. And it's even also not Kurt Russell's the Santa, but that's not the best one on this list. So I'm going to say A on this.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, I forgot to mention too on when it was my turn. Now that we have him in the S tier, I think for my next one, I want to go with a Santa Claus, and of course you got to go with the one that the movie is actually named after. You got to go with Tim Allen and the Santa Claus. For me, like he's the quintessential Santa Claus from every or out of any other Santa Claus out there. He's the one that That's fair. There's some pretty great Santa Clauses on the list. So yeah, but Marie, what do you think?
I love him as Santa Claus. I think, like you said, his journey is really great, and I this is unrelated. I mean, it's sort of tangentially related, but I just wanted to say the Santa Claus 2 is terrifying. Like those
That's my favorite in the series. I love that
oh,
movie.
it's so scary.
Yeah.
Those the
Yeah.
fake Santa and the toy soldiers, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I just
ah,
dig the relationship stuff with him
Yes.
and Mrs. Claus, like eventually the principal. Like she's
Mm.
great. I think that stuff is great in that movie. Like really well done, actually. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. As a joke, I was considering putting the robot Tim Allen Center as his picture.
Could have, yeah. Nice.
I think he does have some funny stuff. You're all doing a wonderful job. Just like
Yeah, yeah.
like, that stuff is
Yeah.
horrifying. Yes, I love hot cocoa. That stuff is
Ugh.
great.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's creepy.
But the original real life human Tim Allen Santa Claus,
Mhm.
S tier.
Okay.
Yeah, and also too, like the movie's very quotable. Like for your information, I sleep naked, buck naked, just yelling it to the neighbors, or like if you were trying to shove a sea kayak down a chimney, like just a lot of like fun lines. But Chris, what do you think?
This is tough for me because like I love this movie, but also like if we're talking about like the greatest Santa Claus, God, I like of the movies we're talking about, like, but God, I mean, yeah,
There's
Tim
some
Allen
other
is
good
so
ones,
good as Santa Claus, so I don't know why I'm arguing against myself right now.
Yeah, just
But you know what?
do
It's
the right thing and
definitely,
put it in S. Come on.
you know what? I'm gonna go with S tier.
Yeah, it's a good choice. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, he's a great Santa Claus, and I like Santa Claus 1 and 2, 3 not so much, but it's not the worst. It's just kind of whatever. But all the returning characters are good. But yeah, I really like seeing, especially in that first movie, his transformation is a lot of fun, and then seeing him in the second one, really embracing the character and not wanting to lose it. In the second one is really good. So yeah, I'll go S tier. So
He's like, when I go to sleep, I'm clean shaven. When I wake up, I look like this.
Yeah.
Or he's like, this is like a little weight to you. Like, there's so many great lines from that. But yeah, all right. So
4 S's and an A.
Unanimous. Okay, 4 S's and an A. So maybe around John McClane, probably that territory.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we're back to Malcolm. So what do you want to go for?
Yeah, I mean, I think I know who Marie is referring to when she says the best Scrooge. I'm going to leave that one for her to bring up. But I'm going to go. I'm going to go
Sure.
for the. But I'm going to go for the character who I personally think is one of the best characters in the Santa Claus trilogy. And this is one of those ones that I'd argue is the best Santa Claus. Because he does become Santa Claus in Santa Claus 3, and that's Jack Frost.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck finding it.
Look, I mean, he should be.
That's the actual Jack
beside
Frost.
the other Jack Frost.
Do we have the Killer Snowman Jack Frost?
Here? Yeah.
No, I didn't. I
Yeah.
almost considered putting that one in. I'm not
He's
gonna. But yeah.
Oh no. No, we don't have the killer one. We just have Michael Keaton's. Yeah.
What's the difference? But yeah. Anyway, look, I love the version of Jack Frost in the Santa Claus series. Like, I think Martin Short is a great actor, and I think his role in this, well, yes, like he was essentially the villain, but he was just so conniving and evil. It was just so delightful. I don't think we have a pure evil character in the S tier, and I think Jack Frost is probably a really great evil Christmas character. So I'm gonna go yeah, S tier.
Yeah. Marie, what do you think?
I have never seen the third one. So I have not seen the Santa Claus 3.
Oh. The escape clause, is that what they call it? The third one, I think.
Yeah, the escape
But-
clause.
Yeah.
Those pesky subtitles, right, Malcolm?
Yeah, right. Well,
the escape clause.
yeah. Well, then, Chris, what do you think?
I mean, I like it. I don't hate this movie, but at the same time, I don't love it. I don't rank it as high as the other ones. So for that reason, probably Jack Frost's character probably falls in like a D.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
a D.
I might be kind of with you, Chris. We'll see. Austin.
Yeah, sorry, Malcolm. I don't like this movie. I don't like this character. I know I do like Martin Short, but I feel like he's not given a whole lot to work with. He's trying,
Mhm.
but he's stuck in a bad movie. He's stuck with a bad character, and no, I don't think this one even is in the same universe as this tier. I got to go D
Yeah.
as well. I'll spare the F because it's Martin Short, but I watched this movie out of
And I
obligation.
think that's the only reason I'm
I've
doing
only
that.
watched it once because it was really bad. I'll watch the first and second ones as many times as I can, but like that third one is just not good. So yeah, D. Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah. Like I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I thought this character was actually terrible. Like really really freaking annoying. Like I actually hated this character and I kind of like Chris kind of chimed in. Like the only reason why I'm not going to give him an F is because it's Martin Short. But beyond that, I thought the
Mhm.
character was just bad. And I like the first two movies because the first one you have his journey to becoming a Santa Claus. The second one you have him how he navigates through the North Pole and like kind of like really digging his heels in as Santa Claus. The third one, it's like, what are we even doing? The third one's kind of weird. I don't even know what the direction they're even trying to go. It's just more like
Mhm.
adventures with the character, I guess. And then
With the Easter Bunny business and all that weird crap.
yeah, they had to shoe in like a bunch of other characters that really do kind of feel forced to me. So yeah, I gotta say D. Sorry. So what are the
an
votes?
S and three Ds.
Yeah. So maybe like a C.
C?
I don't know,
Yeah, Malcolm's
B.
S will save it just barely, but yeah,
C.
it'll be a C. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's kind of where
Sorry,
it's
Malcolm.
at. Yeah.
Not a fan
It's
of the
like,
movie.
it might
You
have
had to
been
shoot your
like,
shot though.
I mean, it might have been you're not supposed to like the character Jack Frost. I'm just saying. If you
I can
hate
like
the
him
character
being
he's
an
doing
evil
his
character. I'm totally fine with evil guy. I love Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky's an
Yeah,
evil character, and I love Ricky.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I would propose an S tier that is an evil bastard. But
yeah. I mean, it does make me wonder if if after the escape, because I know it definitely wasn't rated as it definitely was really panned, and I don't know if it even did well box office. I wonder if this series that they pulled out of, one if they initially conceived it as a fourth movie, but decided to make it a series because of how the reception of the third one. I don't know.
Yeah, they might have, but like there are some villains though still on the list that could go into S tier. So just because it's a villain doesn't mean it's not amazing. So, but Marie, we're back to you. So you, who you want to nominate?
Okay, my list is getting really small because other people keep saying people that I was going to nominate. But I'll go ahead and go with Frank Cross from Scrooged.
Ooh, okay.
There's a
if
villain
anyone
character.
sees him
Speaking
on
of
here.
villains, yeah.
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 I
Is that
think
him? No,
he
that's a
might
ghost.
be
of
higher
whatever.
up.
Okay.
It's here for sure.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I think
It's
it's
definitely here. Oh yeah, here it is, right there. Cool. So, what do you think, Marie, about him?
So, my
You wanna rank him?
favorite part is at the very end when he just loses his mind and just starts like spewing all this random stuff and everybody's like, what is happening? And I just think Bill Murray is so good in that role. And going from being like, it's Christmas, you have to work on or not it's Christmas, but if I'm working, you have to work. And just being real like, we got to do it this way and money and all
ruthless.
that, to being like, oh, I I should probably try to be a decent human being. And then he just has like a psychotic break and has that crazy monologue. And I just think it's great.
Yeah. Sounds good. Chris, what do you think about Scrooge?
So I
or-
love this
or
movie,
Frank
but it's
Cross?
also like it's a funny movie because I probably saw it way too young because this movie is definitely pretty messed up at places. But
Yeah.
probably definitely. I mean, God, it's hard for me. You know what? It's still a memorable movie for me, and Bill Murray's amazing as this character. So I'm going to stick it in S tier as well.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you say about
Yeah,
Frank Cross?
I think Frank Cross is great, and Scrooge is a movie I've really grown to appreciate over the last couple of years. I finally got to see it in the theater last week, which was a lot of fun. There's a art house theater that shows random Christmas movies throughout December in their smaller theater. They have two little theaters, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I've really dug it. Yeah, this is one of the better versions of, if you want to see a more twisted version of kind of a Christmas Carol, set in more modern American kind of setting, and I don't think we get that a lot. I think this one's great. It's great commentary on sort of this lunatic capitalist who will do anything to kind of make money. He's all about the bottom line. He doesn't care what kind of content you put out there as long as it gets ratings, make money. Yeah, he's only in it for himself. Screws over his employees. It's everything that's great about a really awful character. But it's great. Bobcat Goldthwait's awesome in that movie. Yeah, all the different characters, the ball busting chick is a lot of fun. It's great. So yeah, I'd go S tier for Frank. Yeah, I think he's great. So yeah, I think it's one of Bill Murray's best roles. Honestly, like when you hash it out, I think it's top 10 Bill Murray for sure.
And I just wanted to add, I think it's so funny at the very beginning how that movie opens so weird. And then because it's the TV spot, and then like it shows his TV spot, and you're like, what? Who are you? Like, watch A
Yeah.
Christmas Carol, Atomic Bomb. And I'm like, what is happening? It's just so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, all day long, I listen to people's excuses all day long why they can't work. My back hurts, my legs ache. I'm only 4. like there are some pretty funny lines in it, but I do think that I saw this movie like Chris, probably way too young to really appreciate it, because this movie has some very adult themes. It's like not for kids, and and I saw it when I was a kid, so I'm probably due for a rewatch, because when I first saw it, I remember not really liking it. I was like, man, like I love Bill Murray, but like I don't like him here. Like I don't know, like so, like probably overall I got to give Frank Cross a C, but by next year I'm gonna rewatch it, or even this year. Like there's still time this year, but I mean, for another ranking, I'll watch it before then and maybe rank it a little higher, maybe. But for now, I gotta say C. So
That's a shame.
But Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, Frank Cross is easily an S for me. Like he's he's my favorite version of Scrooge. And it's he's just great. So it's an S.
Yeah. So what are the votes then?
4 S's and a C. It's still got 4 S's. So
yeah. So it's probably either
Well,
close
hang
to
in
where it's at now, probably.
Yeah.
So
S tier is
Yeah,
actually, how many do we have in S tier right now? Pretty good amount.
It might
2, 3,
actually be 10.
Wow, we've got 11,
10, yeah.
10 right
We got
now.
10.
So we'll see
Yeah,
what happens.
so
Yeah, someone gonna get
yeah, we'll see if
bumped.
anything gets bumped. Yeah, but Chris, you're up against
This
it.
might be, by the way, this might be
What are you
our
saying?
last regular round. We might be getting to the Hail Mary here in a minute.
The Hail Mary.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so before we get too far into this, one that I think absolutely deserves S tier spot, a character who we see goes on a journey is from Arnold Schwarzenegger's character from A Jingle All the Way.
Howard Langston.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy
Let's
S tier
see.
for me. His character goes on
Yeah.
such a journey
Yes,
from
that's
beginning
like
to end.
my name is Howard Langston.
Yes.
I'm totally the mannequin from Howard Langston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard.
I
Put that
love
cookie
this movie.
down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely S tier character.
I'm trying to get my hands on that Turbo Man doll.
Turbo
Yes.
Man doll. Is Phil Hartman's
Yeah.
character from this movie not on this list? Because god damn it, that would be a great
I love Phil
nomination
Hartman.
too.
He
Oh,
should have
that's so
been.
good.
He was on the list.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he
Maybe
wrote
should
it down.
like. Oh my gosh,
I
these
hate him.
cookies! Oh man,
He's probably
No,
one of the
I
most
cannot.
evil bastards
Yeah.
on this
Put
list.
that
Like,
cookie down.
Yeah.
yes.
yeah.
Phil Hartman's character,
Which is like, I
such a
think-
good piece of shit.
If you watch like interviews with Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of his favorite quotes, I think, from person, like he's always quoting "Put that cookie down," like all the
Mhm.
time.
Oh, is he really?
So yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. This is a lot, yeah. But
It makes me happy.
well, yeah. Well, Austin, what do you think?
Chris, you're my number one customer. Marie, you're my number one customer. Malcolm, you're my number
Yeah.
one customer. George, you're my number one customer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know what?
Um,
Fuck it. S tier. Howard Langston's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Jingle All the
Yes.
Way. I love
Yes.
Jingle All the Way.
Thank you. That's right. You have an affinity like I do.
Oh, come on, dude. I have a shirt in my other room. I just can't change it to it. It says it's turbo time on it. I love Jingle All the Way.
I need a It's Turbo Time shirt. I
Yeah.
don't have one because I love that movie so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. This is pretty easy. Like, I don't even know why I'm even thinking about it. Like it's an S tier for sure. Like his character's great. You get to see him as Turbo Man in the end, and yeah, like just seeing him go back and forth against Sinbad too. Is it a fun time? Like, who would ever thought that I wanted to see more Sinbad? But and it happened. So, but yeah, and yeah, like he's like. And he also has some sweet moments. You have everything. You got Christmas in there. You got some humor in there. You got some sweet moments. You got like some almost action scenes when they get to the parade. So yeah, I'll vote for S tier. Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the movie Jingle All the Way. I like it enough. I mean,
Yeah,
to
we
me,
know it's going to be in the 100th episode as it won the overrated tournament. It was Malcolm's pick. So, but we can vote for it as a good movie in that tournament.
Yes.
well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I like it enough. Like, I just think it gets overpraised, but I do like it
Oh, it
more
does
than
not. Sorry.
Not critically. It
Not
doesn't.
critically. People hate this movie. Yeah.
I'm talking about in the general circle of people I talk to all the time about movies. I'm not talking about what the critics think of the movie. But I like it. But this is where I'm conflicted. I like it more than Elf, and Elf ended up in B. So by default, I'm going to say S tier for this character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
But I do think he's the best. I do think
Might
he's the
be up
best
to you.
character in this movie. Personally.
Thank you, Malcolm.
I think that this character is fabulous. Love the movie. Just the determination. His determination is just fantastic. So S tier.
Well, it's his procrastination then
Yeah.
determination.
Yeah.
Because she asked him to
Give
get
him
him
a
1
gift.
months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
true.
And it's like Christmas
And
Eve.
realistically, he's got that he's got this whole hierarchy of people that he could have got one of his assistants to go out and get
To
one
just
like
go
3
get
months
him
ago.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
hey, here's the money. Here's a little something for you. Go out and get that for me so I don't forget.
Yeah.
Like he could have done that, and he doesn't do that. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
on him.
But she does remind him that he
Well-
has to get something for his son, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like the movie would never work today because it's, like you would just order it off of Amazon or Google or like whatever.
yeah.
You just find
Yeah.
it online. It'll work for the time, but yeah, it's a fun movie. Oh, I'm sorry about the bike and the coffee and the bus and the bomb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need you to get out and walk
Yeah.
the line. I love all the moments
Good
of the
stuff.
cop. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
Well,
Oh.
actually, in defense, like if they
Yeah,
made this
yeah.
move today, like the plot could be like he ordered something on Amazon too late and he had to rush out to go get it because the shipping was good to go to get
Well,
it there
you
in
guys
time.
do know they
Yeah,
made
yeah.
a jingle the way too, right? Are you aware of this?
Yes, I've not seen it.
Yeah,
I did
mean,
not
It's
know
a
that.
Have you seen it?
horrendous
Larry the Cable
movie
Guy,
with
right?
Larry the Cable Guy.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
I mean,
God.
as a
Like,
joke, I
wow.
was going to put Larry the Cable Guy
Oh
in.
God, hell no!
Yeah. You could have, yeah. Or you could have put.
So wait a second.
Oh,
So did this have how many S's did this receive then?
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep.
oh,
So
it
as
was a
a
clean
top,
sweep. Oh, it's a,
top.
Yeah,
so it's up there with.
it's up there with George and Bernard and
Yeah.
Kevin. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
the
Like,
exercise.
Jingle All the Way 2 was just had Santino Morello in it as well.
Oh boy, I don't remember him in that movie at all. I'm sure he made a hell of an impression.
Man, and I still have a lot of S tiers left. Like, I kind of wish we had one more round, but we'll have Hail Mary, I guess.
We'll have Hail Mary in a minute.
We'll see.
Yeah, we
But
started
also-
kind of late. So
yeah.
we started kind of late, so I'm trying to stay on
And
time.
I've got like sadly 5
Yeah,
more
oh, yeah.
minutes.
Yeah. So let's get to the Hail Mary
okay.
quickly, so Chris can nominate some
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I'll go with the other one I referred to earlier from Home Alone. I think the Wet Bandits are S tier with a bullet.
Oh yeah,
Marv and Harry
Yep.
as a tandem.
where they are.
Probably near the
Good
top.
season.
That's what I thought.
Right there.
Right there.
Well, I say right there, but you're not right there on you.
Beside Love Actually's Harry.
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
All right.
All
Yeah, I mean, the Wet
What do you
Bandits
say?
are just, I think, some of the great Christmas villains ever. It's the classic of, the brains and the brawn. Harry's the brains and Marv is the brawn, and he's kind of a big kid as well. Just kind of doing whatever Harry tells him to do. And yeah, their slapstick is so great. I think their comedic timing is good. I think Joe Pesci's kind of underrated just for his comic timing even. He's really funny when he wants to be, and Daniel Stern's just a really great physical performer. And I think they both, again, put everything into it, and they don't hold anything back. And they're just great foils in both movies. So even when they're the Sticky Bandits. But yeah, just so recognizable. You see people dressing up as them all the time, even at Christmas parties, people with the feathers hanging out of their hats, and anybody who does Marv does the outline of the iron on his face, the red marks and all that kind of stuff. It's really great. I think the Wet Bandits are a shoe in for S tier. So
Yeah. Yeah, they're an absolute S tier. I mean, I got all the pop figures. I got the Harry and Marv there. So
I
are
need
both there.
those.
I got the Kevin too. So yeah. but yeah, like they're more that I love to quote. But like, go in and see if the kid's in there. He's like, now? No, tomorrow, egghead. Yeah, like right now. Go ahead.
yeah, kids are scared of the dark. You're afraid of the dark too, Marv. You know you are. I am not. Not.
I'm not. You are too. Yeah. Yeah, or like when they finally see each other in the house, like, why the hell are your shoes off? Why the hell you dressed like a chicken? Yeah. And then also like Marv just being such a little baby, just like like the screaming that he does all throughout the whole entire movie, or like Harry doing the little mumbling, yeah. It's fun stuff. Yeah, these are absolutely S tier. I mean, these are villains, but they're like some of the best villains in like all of it of any Christmas movie, or like cinema in general, honestly. So yeah, it's an easy S tier. So yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think Harry and Marv are great characters. I'm not as in love with them though, so I'm gonna go A.
Sure, yeah. Well, Marie, what do you think?
So before I saw the second movie, I would have said S. But upon watching the second movie very recently, I realized I kind of find them annoying. So and so I'm going to be the one saying like Yeah, but they kind of rub me the wrong way. So I'm gonna put them in A.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you say?
And that's hard. I can't. They're
The Wet
definitely
Bandits.
S tier for sure. The Wet Bandits are amazing.
Yeah.
They're iconic characters. Without the Wet Bandits, we wouldn't have all the excitement and everything else with Kevin growing up and having to kind of hold his own. So definitely the Wet Bandits belong in S tier.
Yeah. Looks like we're getting scammed by a kindergartner. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Three S's and an A. 3S and an A. So it's around,
Okay.
So Scrooge goes down then?
It's kind of around Michael Caine, and
So-
where it is right now, sort of, yeah, with Frank and stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of around there.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just.
So, yeah, some of those might be on the chopping block because we're getting above 10 here. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So I get the last regular pick, and it's like, do I go for like a personal one that may not make it in the Hail Mary, or do I go for one that's like kind of a shoe-in? Because there are some shoe-ins left. I feel like.
Didn't you
Definitely
choose
is.
Harry and Marv?
I chose Harry Marv.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm gonna go for one that's more of a personal pick, just to see if anyone agrees, because I don't think it would get in it any other way. So I want to go with Michael Shannon's character, Mr. Green from The Night Before. That character is freaking great, and if anyone can see it on here, it might be one of the harder ones to spot. Because for me, he stole the
right
movie.
beside what's his face from Bad Santa. He's between Mr. Hector and.
Oh yeah. There we go. Cool. Yeah, and then, like, it actually works really, really, and we're talking about a stoner Christmas a movie, and the movie actually plays in multiple ways, because he kind of ends up being, I think he ends up being like an angel or something, and the green part works because it's Christmas also, but then also green for the weed smoking, and like just the way that they interact every time someone gets in that car. I think it's first Seth Rogen and then I believe Anthony Mackie has to get in there with them, and then they're both really weird, odd interaction, because they don't really realize it, and I don't think the audience realizes it either, that he's having visions of being an angel, and so he's just I tell them some things about their future. But it's all about the delivery, though, from Michael Shannon's character. Just like he just plays it so straight, and just like totally, I don't know, just like plays it so straight that it's like actually funny too. Like he's actually pretty hilarious. So yeah, and I kind of like I know that the like party at the end is supposed to represent something. I don't, like, I'm still like a little fuzzy on like what the whole interpretation is. Maybe it's just kind of up to the audience to kind of interpret that for themselves. But it ends up he's the one that puts on the whole party and all that. So yeah, I gotta go with Mr. Green. So we'll see what you guys think. Malcolm.
Yeah, The Night Before is a good movie. But unfortunately, I don't remember much about Michael Shannon's character at all. It's just one of those ones that doesn't stick in my memory, so I have to go put him in the haven't seen it or / don't remember him category.
Sure, yeah, that's fair. Marie?
I really wanted to watch this movie, but it was only available for pay based on what streaming services I have. So I was not able to watch it because there were so many movies I could get for free first.
Mm-hmm.
Free.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fair, yeah. Well, Chris, what do you think?
I remember seeing this in theaters with you, Jordan, and I didn't love it like you did. And I haven't seen it since. So for that reason, probably like a D. So I think maybe it's due for a rewatch this year. Just before Christmas, actually. I think I'm going to put that down as a rewatch for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but D.
Yeah, for sure. Like D. Ooh, man. But the thing that always gets me when he's like, I see for you a nice body high, and he's like talking about the different highs they're gonna have and all. I don't know. Like it just.
I would
gets
have
me.
to
I
say
don't
if
know.
we had a
But
high
Austin.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, real quick, I should have said this.
Yeah.
A stoner Christmas movie would have been
That's fine.
Harold and Kumar Christmas. That's one of the greatest stoner Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. We actually could have added them. I didn't think about that, but Austin.
Yeah, it's a fun character and a fun movie. I don't think he's reached like legendary status like some of these other characters, honestly. So I can't put him super high. Although it's a fun little small role, and I dig him in the part. But I'd go like a B tier for Mr. Green.
Yeah. Well, not gonna go that high. I got an S, a B,
S, B, and D.
and
So right in the middle of
that
that B. Let's kind of cut them right in the middle.
Yeah, S,
Yeah.
B, and D. So SBD, silent but deadly, right there. So all right. So I guess we can jump to.
Yep, we're literally
the
just
Hail Mary
crossed the
round.
2 hour mark, so that's perfect. Yeah, we're gonna go to what we call the Hail Mary sort of last chance round. So everybody can look at your list, and what you'll do is with that list, nominate anything you think is on the list that you're passionate about that you think either belongs in S tier or a very, very high A tier. We're just shooting for the stars in the Hail Mary round, going for the touchdown. So anything you think you would nominate, and even if somebody's already nominated something, make sure you say that one again, because I'm looking for the crossover. So anything I hear more than once, I will write down, and then we will do very quick official votes for. Like I'll run down and say, so and so character was mentioned 3 times, so we'll vote on that one, and we'll just go up and on the list, and you'll just give me a letter, S, A, B, C, whatever, on that one officially. So look at the list. Anything you got? Not too many, Jordan. You got to be a little picky.
Yeah, no.
I don't want 85. Nominations. Let's try to.
We've already got it kind of written down which one to want to nominate. It's not too many.
So
and make sure you check your list twice.
Yeah, check your
list
twice.
Yeah, right. Waka waka. Yeah.
Who's going to be naughty and who's going to be nice? All right. All right. So basically, anybody who's ready can go first. If you're ready, Malcolm, I'll get your picks. Otherwise, I'll come back to you. But if you're ready, I'll get them from you.
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Okay.
I've got both versions of Kris Kringle from Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay, so just give me a second to write them down.
Yeah,
I'll just go Kris Kringle 1 and 2. All right.
Jim Carrey's Grinch.
All right, Jim Carrey. Okay.
Klaus.
Oh, Klaus from the animated movie. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Hans Gruber.
All
Billy
right.
Mack from Love Actually.
Billy from Love Actually.
Clarence from It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
And my last one is Mara Wilson's version of Susan Walker from Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay, Mara Wilson. Got it. Okay. Marie, do you have a short list you want to
Yes,
nominate?
I have 4. One of them, and I didn't think any of these would be crossovers, but I said Susan Walker from the 1994 Miracle on 34th Street. Yes.
Wilson? Okay.
And then Neil Miller from the Santa Claus.
All right, Neil from Santa Claus. Okay.
Jack Frost from
my weenie was
the Michael Keaton Jack.
Oh, the Michael Keaton Jack. Okay, I'm just gonna write Michael Keaton. All right, it's easier to keep up with.
And I know I already said Heat Miser, but Snow Miser.
Snow Miser. Okay, gotcha.
Sure.
All right. That's fine. Okay. All right, Chris.
So I'm ready. I have 5.
Okay.
So pretty short list. Gizmo.
Okay. Give me. Hang on just a second.
Let's go Frosty from the animated series. The animated movie, I mean.
Frosty,
sorry.
the original Frosty.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
Willie Stokes from Bad Santa.
Oh, that's the Cox character, right?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, Billy Bob Thornton. I thought Willie was the.
Willie.
It's different voices. Yeah, you mixed it around.
Gotcha.
It is mixed, actually. Yeah, you're right.
Hold on.
What's Willie T. Willie T.
Stokes is the elf.
Yeah.
Okay, so Willie is.
According to Wikipedia, Billy Bob Thornton is Willie Soak.
Oh,
Billy T.
okay.
Stoke is Billy Bob Thornton. Marcus is Tony Cox.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was just making sure we got the right character. Okay, so but it's
Yeah, that's-
the actual, basically Bad Santa, Billy Bob's
Yeah.
Bad Santa. Correct. Gotcha. All right.
And Clark Griswold and the
Okay.
Grinch from the animated movie.
Okay.
Those are my picks.
All right, sounds good. Okay, yeah, I've just got a few. I've got Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation. I also have Bad Santa, Willie, Billy Bob Thornton. I have Thurman Merman from Bad Santa, both of them. I also, Chris, have the animated original '66 Grinch.
Yes.
And then I also have Gizmo because he's literally a Christmas present in that first movie.
Yeah, he
Billy.
is.
So, yeah, I will also go Gizmo from Gremlins, and that's it. That's what I got.
All right.
All right.
Well, I was just trying to finalize my list, but I think that I have it down.
10.
It's got
It's like
85. All
12.
right, ready?
85
of
them.
Okay.
Usually I'm the one that has a lot because I think there's a lot
100.
to deserve it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
He can't have 100. There was only 85 on the list.
yeah.
It's got all the rest of the 60 that we haven't mentioned yet. All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Let me get to the whole entire list here now. So I would have said the Grinch from the animated one. So
That's what we just said. Two of us have said that.
Oh, from
You're
the
paying
animated one.
attention to anything, yes.
Yeah, we
I
both
thought you
said,
said that.
no, we both said the animated original Grinch.
Oh, I
And
thought you
Malcolm-
said the
and then
Jim
Malcolm,
Carrey one.
No,
sorry.
Malcolm said the Jim Carrey one. Me and
I
Chris
said the
said
Jim
animated.
Carrey one, but the other two said
Okay.
the six one.
Yeah,
Well, no, I'll third that one. Sure.
I mean, unless you're thinking of the other animated one.
Yeah.
yeah. But not
I'll
the
go with-
the Benedict Cumberbatch one, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, not that one. The one from the '60s or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then Clark W. Griswold and Cousin Eddie. Gonna have both of them on.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a little more strategic because I'll go with the ones people have actually said. Like I'll say Willie from Bad Santa.
Okay.
Hans Gruber. Say that. A couple I'm surprised that nobody brought up, which I'm not going to say them now because they're not going to get in. Frosty. I'll second Frosty the Snowman.
Okay.
Let's see. You know what? Just because you said Thurman Merman, I'll say it too. Thurman, sure.
Yeah.
And I would have gone with one of the other Ebenezer Scrooges for A with Patrick Stewart's Scrooge.
Okay.
Let's see. And I would have gone with Tim Curry's character from Home Alone. They call him Mr. Hector, I guess. And let's see if there's anything else. I'm just checking off one more thing from the list. I think that's probably all of them.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll also say a Gizmo. I'll give a third to Gizmo.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, let me get these ready on the actual chart for votes. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for about a minute while I write these down, and I'll be right back with you. So
There's a couple that I'm surprised nobody said. Nobody brought up Ralphie from A Christmas Story. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So didn't say that, and then no one said Jack Skellington or Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas either, which I would have thought
Right.
would have brought up. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm amazed I haven't brought up Ralphie because I just watched the second Christmas Story movie,
yeah.
and it was well the third one, Christmas Story Christmas, and it was amazing. It was so damn good.
Yeah, I still got to see that one. Yeah, that's on my list.
I would highly
for
recommend
sure.
checking
I
it
tried
out.
to
It was
watch it the other day, and then
perfect.
like my HBO was being wonky, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
HBO is wonky
a
for me
weird
sometimes.
movie I watched.
Yeah.
A weird, stupid movie that I watched, but was kind of good actually. Was Santa Jaws?
Santa
You ever
Jaws.
seen that, Austin?
Santa Jaws. What?
Yeah,
What?
I feel like it's a bad movie that Austin would have watched.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, but some of those movies
like-
some of those movies are so bad, like from the asylum, that I don't. They're
Santa
painful
Jaws.
to watch.
It was actually
Yeah.
pretty good. Actually, it was so bad
Yeah.
that it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I think
Right.
I'm ready. I think I'm ready when you guys are. Okay, so I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. We got 9, but we'll go quick. So So basically, it'll just be up and down the line, the same order each time. Malcolm will go first. Just give me a letter, for each of these, your first instinct. So we'll go with the 2 Christmas Vacation ones first. So let's start with Clark W. Griswold. Malcolm.
Let me just find it here. What we're talking about.
Your mic is off. I couldn't hear you. Yeah.
B.
Okay. Marie.
I'll go A.
Okay. Chris.
S.
I'll go A. Jordan.
And I would say S. So
all right, so we have 2
might
S's,
be in like
2
honorable
A's, and a
mention
B.
territory.
It'll be close, but some of those S's are going to get bumped into automatic honorable mentions.
They are.
So we'll see, because we were overflowing on the S's. So we'll see. I'll have to go
Yeah,
back and notes. Yeah.
But Clark Griswold, you gotta have him in S tier. Like that's a
do.
crime against humanity not having him in there.
It is. That's like saying that.
Yeah, that's like an absolute like.
Not always.
That's like the same level as not having Kevin McAllister in the freaking S tier. Same level.
Well, that's the thing. Like with Clark, the only reason I went lower on him is because he didn't. To me, he didn't really originate in the Christmas movie. Like he just happened to be in this, but which was a sequel to Vacation. That's kind of why I went lower for him. Home Alone is a Christmas movie, first and foremost. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go with
like
the
it's
other
just
character.
one movie that I even watch outside of Christmas. But anyways.
All right. The other one from that movie, Cousin Eddie, from Christmas Vacation. Malcolm.
A.
Okay. Marie.
That one is an S.
Chris.
A.
Okay. I'll go S for Cousin Eddie.
And I will also say S.
All right, so 3 S's and an A. He's another one's kind of on the border,
so
in the low S.
Yeah, just like how is Cousin Eddie gonna make it? Not freaking Clark Griswold.
Because he's a better, funnier character than Clark.
Because he's hysterical.
Because he steals every scene he's in.
Yeah,
no.
He steals the entire movie.
This may be a hot take. I
don't know about that.
I actually really like Cousin Eddie in this Christmas Vacation 2 straight to DVD movie that they did.
Oh boy,
that was atrocious.
Ooh, no, thanks. Like, see, like
I mean, I didn't say the
that
movie
right
was
there is
good.
the
I just
argument
said I
why-
really like Cousin Eddie in there.
all right. So let's get
the argument
to
why
the next one.
why Clark is better
Right.
is that movie.
Let's go.
All right, next one is going to be Willie, essentially Bad Santa from Bad Santa, Billy Bob Thornton. Malcolm.
I hate it more than Alf F.
Really? Wow.
Wow.
Really? Oh,
Wow. Okay, Murray.
I wanted to see it, but it was another one that I would have to pay for, so
Okay,
I have not seen it.
gotcha. Chris.
yeah, that movie's strange.
I love this movie so much.
That
It's an
available.
S tier.
Yeah, it's S for me as well. I love Bad Santa.
Yeah, it's also an S for me too. So
Well, it's 3 S's and an F. Unfortunately, that's it might get bumped because of Malcolm's. So yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
yeah,
We'll see.
yeah, they'll probably.
Okay. It'll get bumped, but we'll see. We'll have to vote on some of those for
Right,
honorable
what else we
mentions.
got?
We got the other Bad Santa character, Thurman Merman.
Yeah.
Malcolm. I don't assume you like that character either.
I mean, I don't like Bad Santa, but I don't even remember that character. So, yeah.
He's the kid, the blonde-haired, curly-head kid. All right.
One that looks like Brian Nussbaum. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Marie, where would you? So he says haven't seen or doesn't remember.
Yeah, I
So
haven't seen
Marie,
it.
Marie hasn't seen
Oh,
it.
I
so
haven't
Chris-
seen it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Chris.
I would go with, as far as characters go, probably A.
I'd go S for Thurman Merman, but he's probably not going to make it. Jordan.
Yeah, I'll probably say A is where it's at.
Okay, so an S and 2 A's, sort of mid A. In there.
Yeah, maybe A. I'll go right there.
See, now if it was
Alright.
Marcus from Bad Santa
That's
that
okay.
actually got enough things, I might have gone S for him, because I actually really do like that character, even though I don't like the movie.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, next we're going to go with Little Gizmo. Like what? Oh, Gizmo. All right.
Gizmo. Yeah.
Malcolm. He's over on the left.
Yeah, no.
If anybody votes
Don't
less than an
remember
S,
seeing
you're
it.
dumb. Sorry.
A.
Up on the left. Oh
You don't
yeah,
have
there
a
he
heart,
is.
Malcolm.
A?
You don't have a heart. Mr.
Oh,
Scrooge.
Do you
there it
hate?
is.
Do you hate little
I'm gonna go
Gizmo?
A too.
What?
Oh.
I've only seen that movie once.
You only
Where
have to see
did
it
he
once
go?
to understand how
Who's
music
there?
Gizmo is.
Oh,
It's
here he
like,
is.
you guys are
Yeah,
so
he's the one.
disappointing.
Chris?
Yeah.
S tier. This is insanity.
I'll leave
Like,
it here.
vote
Leaving it there
anything
for a
less
second
would
till
be like,
we get to the votes.
yeah.
Yeah, S for Gizmo. I love Gremlins. Jordan.
I mean, there's a reason I just changed my name just then.
Yeah, for the character.
Yep, because you hate Gizmo.
Yeah, right. Malcolm's
I
great.
actually don't. I actually did have a Gizmo when I growing up. But as a Christmas kid, I just don't.
You hate
connect
cursive
to
and you
him.
hate all of us.
Uh-huh.
Like in Billy Madison. But anyway. Yeah. Austin, did you give a vote? You said S, right?
Yeah, S. Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Okay. Yeah. It's an easy S tier. I mean, I still like Gremlins 2 better than Gremlins 1, but still, like, it's still Gizmo, so it's got to be Gizmo.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so
Yeah.
3
S,
S's and
S.
2 A's. Yeah, we got a lot on the chopping block
Might be a
here.
little
We'll have
higher
to
up.
vote on some stuff. We'll see.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Well, yeah, we'll have to go through.
All right, Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Malcolm.
S.
Marie.
A.
Chris.
A.
For the purposes of this list, it's not a straight up best villains of all time list. I'm going to go A.
Yeah, I'm the same way for the purpose of this list. He might be one of the greatest overall villains of all time, but for the purpose of this list, A.
All right, so an S and 4 A's. So kind of mid
For the
A.
votes. Ooh, it's not my way. Yeah. Well, I think it was. I'll put it there.
Yeah. All right, so 3 more. We
All
have
right, so what else we got?
We have the animated Grinch from the '66 special, the old school Grinch. Malcolm.
Haven't seen it.
All right.
Okay. All right, Marie.
S. That
Not
creepy
available over there very much?
smile is fantastic.
Yeah, that big giant smile.
Oh.
Yeah. Chris.
S tier, guys. And also, I just realized it is getting past my time that unfortunately I can do this where I live.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to bow
We're
out.
almost there, Chris. Just vote on the last 2, and then you can go.
Okay, will do.
Just vote on the last 2.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
S for
Yeah.
Grinch, animated.
Absolutely.
Jordan.
No, you're good. S, is it like mid S? Probably.
Well, what do you vote? Jordan. What did you vote?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
sorry,
I'm
I vote
assuming
S.
he
Yeah,
voted
sorry.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
he delayed there, so I couldn't hear him. Yeah, so it's 4 S's. All right, so there you go.
Yeah. For some reason, my computer delaying worse than it ever has tonight. I don't know what the deal is.
You got too much crap on your computer. It's 10 years old. That's the problem.
Yeah, running in the background.
You got a 10-year-old computer. They can't handle it.
Probably because, yeah, like I don't have any tabs open besides these 2 now. So,
All right, 2 more animated Frosty, old school Frosty. Malcolm.
Haven't seen it.
Marie.
S.
Chris.
S.
A.
Are you?
I don't overly love Frosty.
and I'm going to
Frosty's
say
fine.
S.
Frosty's fine.
Are you a psycho?
Shame on you, sir.
No, you're.
Grinch is my favorite of those old school things. That's not Frosty.
Yes.
But what are the votes at?
3 S's and an A.
So A.
Well, it's
3 S's
on
and
that
A,
chopping
so
block. We got a lot that
I
are
don't
on
even know where it even
the
ranks
border.
now.
We're on the border. Some are going to get bumped
Yeah.
down. So
All right. Well,
we'll figure it out in just a second. And one last one. Mara Wilson's character from Miracle on 34th Street remake had multiple votes. So Malcolm.
This is an S.
S. Okay.
Yeah, S.
And Chris.
I don't really remember solidly seeing this movie. I know that's kind of a.
Your mouse is on top of it, Jordan. By the way.
So I would say maybe
Yeah.
B.
B.
I would say
Okay.
B.
B. Okay.
I honestly just need to go back and rewatch these movies.
Yeah, I'll say A. Jordan.
For me, I just find this character annoying. I don't even like it. Like I would much more go for Mara Wilson and Matilda. Yeah, this is like a D for me. Like I don't like this character.
Oof! Ouch! Damn.
So
Jordan killed it that
time. What are the
votes at? 2 S's, A, B, D, all over the place for Mara Wilson. So probably in like a B tier or something like that.
So
yeah.
maybe like at the bottom.
That was just a revengeful buddy, wasn't it, Jordan?
Now, yeah.
All right. So we got
yes, exactly. Is that it?
Okay. Yeah, that's it. All right. So I know, Chris, you got to go while we hash this out.
All right.
But,
Well,
anything you want to plug? Yeah.
Yeah. You got any
I think
plugs?
I might plug my Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I've been doing more gaming on there, and I will eventually be getting set up more because I did get a capture card device from Jordan as a late birthday gift, which is amazing. So I'm excited to check that out and be able to do more gaming on Twitch. So even if you maybe don't necessarily like watch streaming, I would appreciate you at least maybe even just creating a Twitch account so I can get my followers up. Because right now I am sitting at 10. I need at least 50, I think, to hit that threshold. Then after that, I can work on getting my viewers. But my name on Twitch is Casablanca Kid, all lowercase, CASABLANCA Kid, KID, all one word. So if you could please follow me on there, that would be awesome, guys. But I'm glad I was able to join you guys for this. And
for sure. Yeah, that was a fun time.
If I don't see some of you guys before that, guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Chris.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, we'll see you later. Thanks again.
You're welcome, buddy. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
All right, sounds good. So here's how we're going to hash this out. I go back to the votes, my little chart here. I will start with the ones that will be safe in the S tier, which will be anything that had a clean sweep. So the ones, and we'll hash out the actual order, but the ones that had a clean sweep as of right now are Kevin, 5-way clean sweep. Bernard, 5-way clean sweep. George Bailey also had a clean sweep. And 2 others, Grinch, 66, had a clean sweep. 4, not 5, but 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Howard from Jingle All the Way had a clean sweep. So those are are the 5 that are completely and utterly safe with clean sweeps. We will next go to ones that had 4 S's and maybe an A. The ones that had that were Tim Allen's Santa Claus, kind of where he is right there. Bruce Willis, John McClane had 4 and 1, so he's safe. And then, he had 4 S's but 1 C. Frank from Scrooge had 4 S's and a C, but he did have 4 S's, so he's in the mix.
Okay. Yeah. So you're probably safe. Okay.
He's safe. With 4.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you start getting into
mentions.
Yeah. So that's 8 so far that are safe. Out of the other ones that are in that tier right now, I'm trying to see the ones that have the most solid votes. So what we have from there, we have a lot with like 3 and 1 or 3 and 2. So this is going to be tricky because Ernest had 3 and 2. Ricky had 3 and 1. Fred Claus had 3, 1 and 1, had the B. So it may kind of slide a little bit because it did have a B mixed in there.
For Ernest, you said?
No, Ernest had 3 and 2. Ricky had 3 and 2. Fred Claus had 3, 1 and 1. So 3 S's, an A, and a B. Gizmo's had a 3 and 2. Scrooge for Michael Caine had a 3 and 2. Harry and Marv Wet Bandits had a 3 and 2, and Cousin Eddie had a 3 and 2. As did Frosty had a 3 and 1 as well as Will. Well, actually, Willie's going to get bumped. Willie had 3 S's and an F. Willie's going to be our first.
Okay.
Our first bump out of the S tier, most likely into the top.
We bumped there for now. It doesn't mean it's gonna make honorable mention.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it can't make honorable mention. We'll see. So
maybe
as far as we have those, the 8, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, we have
like
8
the most
that
we've
are
ever had in S.
We have like 8 on the chopping block. So this is gonna be tough. Yeah, unfortunately, Fred Claus out of those has 3, 1, and 1. He's going to get bumped as well to the A because of the 1B vote.
Okay.
So he's going to get bumped down too, right next to Willie.
Okay.
So and from there, everything else is almost the same. So we have to do some voting here. So it's going to be tricky because out of the 7, only 2 are going to be able to stay in the S tier out of those 7, which is rough.
So we're going to vote for 2? Is that what we're going to have to do?
Maybe, but I don't know if that's going to get us many places. Yeah, it's going to be tough because, they're all 3 and 2. I have no way to hash it out. They all have almost the exact same votes. So this is going to be tricky.
Might be like a slow elimination where we have to vote for get rid of half first. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean we can see what we get if we do the vote for 2 for now and see what happens.
Well, let's see where we get, and then we'll go from there. If something has overwhelming votes, so we'll go up and down the line. Vote for 2 that you would save from.
Oh man.
So from. Where does it start? It starts with It starts with Ricky. It starts from Ricky to Frosty. So those 7.
Yeah.
So those 2 rows plus Ricky. So you're going to vote for 2 that you would save for the S tier. Doesn't mean they wouldn't make the honorable mentions eventually, but 2 you would absolutely go S tier for. Malcolm.
Man, this is the part that always makes me nervous.
Yeah, your 2 favorites. Your 2 favorites.
I'll go Ricky.
Ricky.
And I will go Michael Caine Scrooge.
Michael Caine Scrooge, okay. All right, Marie, I know it's tough, but what would you go?
Cousin Eddie and Frosty.
Eddie and Frosty, okay. Man, this could be all over the place.
Yeah, it could be.
Ricky and the Wet Bandits.
Well, for me, it's got to be the Wet Bandits and Cousin Eddie, probably.
Wow. Okay. All right. So we can get somewhere with this though. So okay. So 3 there are three ones that got 3 votes. So we'll narrow it down from there. So Ricky, the Wet Bandits, and Eddie all had votes, multiple votes.
Yeah.
So we'll bump the other ones down and out.
Okay.
Into the A's for now. Not out completely, but out of the S tier for now. And we'll save those 3.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back again and vote for another 2. Now that the lists is down. There. Yes. Okay. So now, out of those 3, we will vote again for 2. Now that some of the options have been eliminated.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense? So Eddie, Ricky, Wet Bandits, you got to vote for 2, and we'll see which gets the most votes. Malcolm.
Okay.
Ricky and Cousin Eddie.
Ricky and Eddie. Okay. Marie.
Eddie and Wet Bandits.
Eddie and Wet Bandits.
Yeah, Eddie and Wet Bandits.
Hold on, I didn't vote yet. Jordan, you're jumping the gun. How dare you get out of place in line?
You said Eddie and the Wet Bandits. You just barely said Eddie and the Wet Bandits.
Marie said Eddie and the Wet Bandits. I didn't say anything yet.
And afterwards, you went Eddie and Wet Bandits. I thought you were.
I didn't say a single thing.
You're just repeating what. You're just repeating what she said.
Yeah, I'm repeating what she said. I say Ricky and the Wet Bandits.
Okay.
Now, what do you say, Jordan?
I say Eddie and the Wet Bandits.
Okay. So, Eddie and the Wet Bandits each have 3. They will stay. Ricky, though, did get 2 votes. He will be a guaranteed honorable mention because he hung in there that long. So Ricky will be at least one of the guaranteed honorable mentions based on this. So, yeah.
Okay.
right. So we'll hash out the top 10 here in a minute. Let's go back down to the honorable mentions, and we need to get 2 honorable mentions out of those ones that got bumped. So what it'll be is from Willie to Frosty, those 6. We will need 2. So out of those, which 2 do you vote for? Malcolm.
Ooh.
Willie to Frosty. From there. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Scrooge and Ernest.
Ernest, okay. All right. Marie, which 2?
Fred Claus and Frosty.
Fred and Frosty. I'm also going to go Scrooge and Ernest.
This is tough because I know I want to say Scrooge, so that one's a shoe-in.
So Michael Caine. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know my second vote. Because I think that I want to say Willie. Yeah, that's gonna be
say Willie. Okay.
Yeah.
So Scrooge will be a guaranteed one because he got multiple votes. But Ernest also got 2 votes. So Scrooge and Ernest are our last 2 honorable mentions.
The other 2? All right. Yeah, that's fair.
So that's our.
I almost voted for Ernest. He would have been my next pick. So
yeah, those are honorable mentions. A few of those, unfortunately, just don't quite make the cut. So now we go back up to the S tier. So
okay, back
again, we have our ones with our clean sweeps that we will vote on. Let's see, the Cousin Eddie and Marvin and Harry Marv will kind of stay near where they are right now because of the votes that they had. We can vote on placement if we want to later, but they will stay down there. Frank and John McClane and Scott Calvin will be the ones we might have to vote on their placement, and then we will go up to all the clean sweeps. Will be, and I think you tell me if this is fair. Grinch only had 4 S's. It was a clean sweep, but we had one that hadn't seen. I feel like that kind of needs to be number 5 because of that, just by default.
Yeah,
we just had more votes.
That's fair.
If that's fair. And then from there, everything else was the same. So we have to do some voting here. So we will vote on just out of those, what would be your number 1 out of those 4? Kevin, Bernard, George Bailey, Howard Langston. What would be your number 1? Malcolm, give me your 1 out of those 4.
George Bailey.
Bailey. Okay. Marie.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin, you're such a disease.
All right. So Kevin will stay number 1.
The French call les incompetents.
Now, Bailey got a vote. So I think Bailey goes almost number 2 unless you guys want to vote. Unless yeah. I still think that we could vote. That we
vote because it might end up differently. I feel like.
All right, so out of Bernard, Bailey, and Howard, number 2, Malcolm.
George Bailey.
Okay, Marie.
Howard.
I go Bailey.
And I would probably say, oh man, Howard. Yeah.
Tie. All right. Excellent.
Are we going to use tournament fights tiebreaker rules?
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or if there's anybody in the chat watching right now, I don't know if there's anybody watching this late. I don't think there is. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple of people. So if anyone wants to chime in real quick to pick Howard or George Bailey
as number 2. Now Bernard will be number 4 because he didn't get any votes at all. So he didn't get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. But if there's anybody there,
people that are watching, aren't people that are chiming in the chat though. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So we may have to come back to that, see if anybody says anything. But from there, we'll go with the 3 that had 4 S's, which is Scott Calvin, John McClane, Frank Cross. Will vote for which should be the top of that pile. So Malcolm, out of those 3.
Man, if only Chris stuck around, we wouldn't have this.
I know, we wouldn't have tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Frank Cross.
Frank. Okay. Marie.
Frank Cross.
I go Frank.
I would have gone with Tim Allen, Santa Claus.
Okay, so Frank will bump to the top of that little mini thing right there. Out of Scott Calvin and John McClane, Malcolm.
Scott Calvin.
Marie.
John McClane.
Okay. In this case, I'll go Scott Calvin, an actual Santa.
Yeah, and I'll also go Scott Calvin.
Okay, so that'll stay where it is, and then we'll vote on either Harry or Marv or Cousin Eddie for the 9 and 10 spots. So which will be your number 9, Malcolm?
Cousin Eddie.
Eddie. Okay. Marie.
Cousin Eddie.
Eddie.
Oh no!
Just because I don't want to. Just because I don't want to tie, I'll say Eddie.
Oh come on! We're not
gonna get
have to just for that reason.
He's still in the S tier. They still made it.
Be the Wet Bandits. Come on.
Yeah, but they still made it. Out of all these ones, man, they hung in there. So
yeah, but
they hung in there.
But go for it just because you don't want to tie. All right.
And well, sometimes you got to make a tough decision.
I mean, as you say in tournament fights, you can vote for whatever reason you want.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, but that's tournament fights. This is tyranny.
Yeah. Right.
Vote for what's
and I guess we haven't had anybody chimed in. I only feel like just because Bailey got votes over Howard, that first one, Bailey kind of takes over Howard. Only because he got consideration there. Yeah,
it'll have to be the deciding factor, I think.
I'm trying to think of any other factors. That's the only one I can think of. So as of right now, I'm gonna go.
Normally, I wouldn't, but
yeah,
I'm getting a tiebreaker here.
We're in a rough situation, so it is what it is.
Right. Yeah,
I'm grasping at straws here, Jordan. I'm trying to be fair.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, it's fine.
All right.
I'm just surprised by a couple of these, but yeah.
Hey, there's a lot of good characters, as you can see if you scroll down to the A tier. We got a lot that had a lot of S votes that just unfortunately because of the love for a lot of these characters just didn't make that S tier and aren't going to be there. So I'm sure we'll get plenty when we put up the poll, plenty of comments. Where's this character? There's a lot of competition.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And also too, like there's probably some that maybe still could have made at least like an A or a B maybe that are still left, but
no, I mean there's a lot of good characters, still even on the table. I mean the original Miracle on 34th Street, Kris Kringle, I think is pretty good. I like Ralphie.
I like Ralphie.
Christmas Story. I like Ralphie.
Yeah.
There's some good characters on there. Some good stuff.
I mean, honestly, I'm surprised they have all the Miracle on 34th Street characters that were here. I'm surprised that Susan Walker was the only one of multiple votes.
Yeah, right.
I know. Yeah. Well, also, I'm a big fan of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Yukon Cornelius too. Like,
just for me personally, I don't go back to Miracle on 34th Street a lot because it becomes like a super Christian movie at the end, and I'm just not down with that. So I'm kind of an agnostic atheist. So back that movie becomes like God's real because people write letters to him. No, God's real because people write letters to him. Yeah, sound logic there, movie.
I mean, you're not down with the Lord. Come on, Austin.
I mean, the other thing is this one of the first tierings in which you really had nothing below C?
Well, we didn't have anything super low. Yeah, nothing that got overwhelmingly bad. I mean, the closest we came was the Martin Short character. Maybe. That was the closest one.
Oh, yeah.
Martin Short or Elf were the closest ones because they're polarizing. But
and we got some F votes, but it wasn't enough overall to put anything.
Overall, yeah.
So,
I
think that'll do it. So, Austin, you want to break it down for us?
Break it down for anybody still. For anybody just listening, this will be our final 10 and the 3 that will be in the poll in the next day or two. So number 1, we have Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. Number 2, George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. Number 3, surprisingly, Howard Langston from Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger's character making it. Number 4, Bernard, higher than Scott Kell. Bernard from Santa Claus Films. Yeah. Number 5, the OG Grinch from the 66 TV special. At number 6, we have Frank, Bill Murray's character from Scrooged. Number 7, we have Scott Calvin from the Santa Claus. Number 8, we have John McClane from Die Hard. Number 9, Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation. Number 10, we have the Wet Bandits, Harry and Mara from Home Alone. And our 3 honorable mentions, Ricky from Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Getting some horror representation in there. I like it. We have Ebenezer Scrooge, Michael Caine's Ebenezer Scrooge from the Muppet Christmas Carol. And we have Ernest P. Worrell from Ernest Saves Christmas. All right.
we got some fun ones in there. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
I like it. It's a fun
Yeah.
list. I dig it. I'll
Yeah,
definitely-
yeah, and I'm still a little baffled by Cousin Eddie higher than Clark, but that's fine.
He steals it, man.
Yeah. So
Hey, Clark
But-
Clark should not be buying shit before he has the money in his bank account. Period. Sorry, dude. Should be putting down payments on a pool before before he's got the money. You gotta wait, dude.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that'll do it for us tonight. So if you want to vote, we'll have the poll up tomorrow that you can vote for your favorite Christmas characters, and you can yell at us in the comment section about which ones we left off the list, or maybe you might agree with us. See if we have some people too high. Just whatever you feel is right. So just follow your heart. That's what my brother always says, like, do whatever your heart tells you. So but yeah, so that'll do it for us tonight. So thanks again for joining us for this, guys. It's a fun time. It's actually a holiday that we can share with Malcolm, because Thanksgiving, they don't really do that over there. So yeah.
Yet we do Black Friday.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's weird.
Weird, I didn't even know that. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess Black Friday is kind of an online thing, so I guess the whole world does online. So but yeah, well, we'll just go around and do some plugs, and that'll do it. So we'll start with Malcolm. Where can we find you?
You can find me hosting Rankum on Take 3, usually going on a bit of a hiatus for over the holidays, and that we'll be starting back up in January with Top 12 Movies of 2022. But you can find me over on Full Metal over here, all over the place, just doing stuff, and yeah.
Cool. Sounds good. And Marie, where can we find you?
If you want to see some Christmas horror recommendations, go watch the Rankum episode we did like 2 weeks ago, where that panel I was on, where we did the best Christmas horror movies. So you can go check that out. Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Might be a way to kind of ease in if you're not a big horror
ease
fan.
into it.
Yeah, cool. You can find me on YouTube at Afra's Artifacts, where I talk all about queer Star Wars, and it's a lot of fun. And you can follow me on Twitter at Alia Morgaine to get updates on Afra's Artifacts.
Nice. Sounds good to me. And Austin, where can we find you?
Yeah, no, I the Shimon Friends and Family page, I'll post the polls over there. Me and Wolfman had to push our Jack Frost thing. We're gonna try to do it Thursday night.
Okay.
We're doing a Jack Frost, the horror movie with the killer snowman. We're doing a Jack Frost drink along. So we've been doing a drink along once a month for different movies ever since we did Halloween Kills. We did Thanksgiving last month. We've been doing kind of some horror stuff. So we're doing the 1997 Jack Frost about the killer snowman, a drink along. So that's over on Mega Movies with a Z at the end. You can check that out. And then I'll be around doing all this stuff here. So you can see that this week.
Yeah. Well, sounds good. Yeah, and as far as the channel goes, you can find us on all the social medias, as always, at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. And then you can also find us on all the social medias. I'm just going to plug this because it's easier to do. I post a lot on my personal social media, sometimes even more than our channel. So if you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, well, actually, no, Twitter and Instagram, it's going to be Jordan83616, which is the zip code of where I used to live. You can look it up if you want. But then also on Facebook at Jordan Anderson 21. I post a lot there. But then also we run the group called the Schmodown Friends and Family, because we still keep that community alive, and it's a lot of fun. So and that's actually probably where we're the most active on the Schmodown Friends and Family group on Facebook. So that's where the poll will be tomorrow. So you can go vote over there. And then let's see. I'm working on getting a couple more holiday snack heroes up. So I've been trying crazy holiday snacks. Me and Austin had a supersized one where we tried a bunch of crazy off the wall Christmas snacks, and I have about 5 or 6 more that I got to get through during the holidays. So probably within about 2 to 3 days from now, I'll have another one up. So you can watch for that. And then also, I'm getting ready to do some gaming on the channel. It's a little bit of a long journey to get it all set up, but I think I have it set up and officially even have a little graphic for my first stream. This is the game I'll be doing very first. We're doing some Life is Strange True Colors, so you can find me on Twitch and YouTube. I'm pretty sure they have it all set up for my very first gaming stream, but it'll be a little bit of a test because like as much as I think I have everything worked out. I mean, you can see my computer.
You never know until you try it.
Here tonight. Yeah, so like there may be some kinks, there may be some things to work out. So the first one's kind of more of a test, and nice, and it might go off without a hitch, but it might have some problems. We'll see. But I appreciate all the support that I can get. So what I'm going to do is we were supposed to get a lot of snow tonight. I don't know if it's snowed. I haven't looked up my window yet. If there's a lot of snow on the ground, I'll be doing an earlier stream because I'm not gonna rush out to work. I'll be doing it at 11 a.m. If you don't see me there, I'll be going at 6 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. So that's all Mountain Time. So you can do the math in your for yourselves there. Just depends how much snow that we've actually got, because I drive a lot for my job and I don't want to drive in snow. So and then also I'll plug it for him since he had to leave early. But Chris Scott has sent me all kinds of reviews. He does little quick reviews that are about anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes that he puts on his TikTok, but also here on the channel. He sent me about 30 of them that I'm trying to get through it and upload. Just a little behind that because it's been a busy holiday season. So you'll see those start to pop up as well. And then a little quick preview of what we have coming up on tournament fights and tier ranker. So this next week, we will be starting our best movies of 2017, which it's a ladder series. So and there's so many movies in 2017 specifically. We have to split up into 3 separate episodes. So that'll be starting on Friday. So this Friday will be part 1. We'll be going every other day for 3 episodes. So we'll be doing that. We also have a 4-way directors battle we're going to be doing, since we have the new Avatar movie coming up. It's going to be Spielberg versus Scorsese versus Tarantino versus James Cameron. So we're going to be taking all their movies.
It's going to be a really stacked tournament.
It's going to be stacked. Yeah,
really stacked. Yeah.
Yep. And then we also have our most anticipated movies of 2023. We always do that at the end of every year. We're going to take the one we did last year and compare it, because probably like a good third of those movies got pushed to the next year. So we'll see it.
Yeah, not quite that many, but there's 4 or 5 on there that it's come out this year. But actually, ironically enough, the one that won our most anticipated 2022 got bumped, which was Killers of the Flower Moon, the Scorsese movie. So it didn't even come out this year. It's not coming out till June now of 2023. So the one that won that tournament, we had to bump, and will be again in this tournament. So
Yep, it'll be in this tournament, so we'll see. Maybe it wins again. Who knows? But then just a couple more. We're doing our 100th episode of Tournament Fights coming up. So for our 100th episode, we're taking the first 64 unique movies that ever won a tournament fight. We're putting them all into a big tournament, and we're going to hash it out to see what's the best of everything that's won so far. It'll be kind of like a celebration of our 100 episodes. So that'll be fun. And then following that, we're doing movies that had never been on a tournament fight before. So that'll kind of help to get some of them out of the way. Those 64 won't be eligible. And then anything that's ever been on tournament fights will not. So we want to have some very unique and new stuff on that one. And then we also have our next yearly series, because we're doing it once a month. So we're going to go through 2016 again. So we'll have another 3-part series. And then I'll throw you one last bonus one. We're starting an animated movies decade series also as a tier ranker. So we're going to be going through all the years of animated movies decade by decade. So the first one will be 2010 until now is what we're going to do. So that'll be coming up. So that's a little preview of some things we have on the channel to look forward to. So and then I believe that will do it for us tonight. So thanks again, Marie, for sticking around. We appreciate it.
I had a great time. That was fun.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. always fun to have you on these episodes. So yeah. So and if you ever want to come back again and you want to bring someone that you know, a friend, a family member, we're always open to that sort of thing too. So you can just let us know. So, but yeah, we'll do it. So for Marie, for Austin, for Malcolm, for Chris, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.